Hello and welcome to Fred-Faced Comics, the comic book podcast where a lifelong comic book reader guides his friend through the world of comics for the first time. My name is Joey Morgan, the aforementioned lifelong reader. With me as always is Jacob Licklider, the aforementioned newbie.
So do we think Alan Scott is technically a Moses figure?
Possibly in the context of this book. Possibly. I could see that.
And technically the context of his original origin. There's a burning bush imagery. Imagery.
That's true. Yeah, very much so. Why would we be talking about Alan Scott, you might ask? Why, it is because today on Fred-Faced Comics, we are talking about Earth 2 by James Robinson, the first two volumes of the New 52 series. Earth 2, this is Volume 1, The Gathering, and Volume 2, The Tower of Fate, issues 0, 1 through 12, and what is it? DC Universe Presents
a story from DC Universe number 0.
Yeah.
We have done several episodes. We probably read the entirety of DC Universe number 0.
You know what? Possibly. Yeah, that's very possible. That is very possible.
Just because, these short stories keep popping up in it.
Yeah, that is funny. I hadn't even considered that. You're absolutely right. Let's hop into our non-spoiler section. As always, first, Jacob, what is Earth 2 The Gathering and Earth 2 The Tower of Fate about?
So, this gets pitched as a reimagining of the Golden Age. And that's kind of accurate, but also not entirely.
Definitely. Definitely. It's certainly a way to sell the book. To be like, here are all these Golden Age icons being the leads of a book again.
It is. There are multiple pitches because the first issue is very much
the first issue is so different from the rest of the comic.
It is. The first issue is weird because it's like, ooh, look at this. Hey guys, look at this alternate universe of just our standard Trinity, and
they look kind of different.
Hey, but we also brought in. Hey, you know how Superman isn't with Lois Lane currently? Well, in this universe, he is.
And it's also wild they put them on. They make that the cover of the trade as well. Talk about
not just the cover of the trade, the cover of the Omni.
Yeah, At least in the Omni's case, they do have a little bit more to do with things. Because they include the Batman Superman issues as well.
Yes, and I was gonna ask, do they come back?
I'm not. I will say, you can look at the cover of Earth 2 World's End #1, and you can see, because that wouldn't be a spoiler necessarily. You can see that versions of these characters come back,
but it's not going to be Bruce, Clark, and Diana.
Not the same ones you see here on the cover, and we'll get into that in spoilers, obviously.
Because I have a theory. I have a theory about a certain character in here for future arcs. But we'll get to that in spoilers because that character is that character is very tantalizing just because this is an ongoing.
Are you talking about the one directly related to the Batman stuff?
I'm talking about one related to the villains. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm talking about her. Her, because I'm like,
Okay. Interesting. We'll talk about that at a later point in time. But for today,
at a later point in time, I'll also say, I don't think this is spoilers because is it spoilers to say who
who the lead characters of the book are? No, I would say it's not.
The actual lead characters of the book are Alan Scott, Jay Garrick, and Kendra Saunders, Hawk Girl.
Yeah. And that's just so cool. How fucking cool is that?
And also, this is 2012.
Yeah.
And it's not a spoiler. This is where Alan Scott as a gay man comes from, and that is fascinating to see.
An idea so good it seeped its way into canon, mainline stuff.
It seeped its way into canon,
into the mainline stuff. Yeah.
Let's be honest. If you study specifically the Golden Age, there is a problem with Alan Scott. It's that by the end of his run, he became cameo feature in his own damn book.
Yeah.
Because a dog took over that book.
Mm-hmm.
Just Oh,
Yeah.
my poor man. Whereas this
So,
one,
so Alan Scott was in desperate need of a reimagining, and I mean, of course, Alan Scott appeared a number of times throughout
I
pre
was gonna say, Alan Scott,
Flashpoint.
I know appeared in, like, the Bronze Age and post-Crisis, and they did new things with him.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I know
Um,
Jeff Johns used him in earlier in his Green Lantern run a little bit.
mhm.
Not
But
as a major player because he's, still a different Green Lantern, and I'm glad that this book does keep him as not a green, like, just isn't doing Oa Green Lanterns. It's different Green Lanterns.
Mhm.
Um,
And also, I mean, the New 52 having wiped the slate clean as far as Golden Age characters go, especially with Jay Garrick and Alan Scott, finding a way to sort of bring them back into the publishing initiative at the time in the New 52 was a big deal. And also just having a book focused on an alternate universe where the New 52 was trying to streamline things so strictly for readers at the time. This is
I
this
think
is a big push.
I think it's also it's very telling that this started about a year into the initiative or so, or
Mhm.
maybe a little less. It's middle 2012.
Mhm.
I have a
Which would be about little over half a year. Yeah.
yeah, a little over half a year. I have a feeling Van Didio is, I don't want to say, like, Didio is definitely, like, getting pushback, and so
Mhm.
it's like, well, let's launch this second wave of books, and having this as one of those launches is very much a choice. I don't know how well this sold.
Nor do I, but also, I mean, you can see in many ways the ripple effect this book and its follow-up books had on DC in general. We already mentioned, of course, Alan Scott, and that influence on his current characterization. But also just Earth 2, these Earth 2 characters will eventually, as you are aware, go on to like star in their own DC Comics event, Convergence. Like they are the
Yeah.
stars of that book. Uh and it's a big deal. The
And
event that
let's be honest, this first series, it ran for 32 issues,
yeah,
plus a zero issue,
and was immediately
plus two
replaced
issues
by
for Villain Months.
a weekly series that ran for 26 issues, then led into an event, had multiple follow-ups, and some of the characters are still being used elsewhere, and I won't say where, of course. But no, like there's an effect this book had. It's less important right now in DC publishing. That's okay. These things happen. We move on. But
This
I
is,
don't know.
I mean, it's important enough that this year they started releasing it as an omnibus. Like,
Yeah. And that's what you're reading from right now, which is very cool.
yes,
Yeah.
um,
We're actually. I love that we're in the era. We're getting a lot of New 52 omnibus volumes. I am so insanely tempted to get the Red Lanterns one. So tempted.
so
But
that's the New 52. I'm going to like has problems. It is not an era where there are no good books. It's the
there are a lot of
trouble
good
of
books.
there are a lot of good books. A lot of the problem is that a lot of the good books aren't always the best jumping on point. Some of them are.
Yeah, yeah,
Some
that's
of them
fair.
are.
That's fair.
But some of them are. It's the reason the New 52 failed is because they didn't really commit to the we want to do a full universe reboot.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like
One
okay.
thing I will always commend the New 52 for, though, and I said this many times on the podcast, and I'll reiterate it, especially for today, is that it just wasn't afraid to spotlight more obscure characters and give them a lot of exposure. I mean, hell, I just said the Red Lanterns had a fucking book like that ran for 40 issues. And
The only downside is that a lot of those got canceled. There were definitely books that got canceled after 8 that probably didn't need
yeah,
it. That
yeah.
should have gone on. Some that
However,
one.
we will never mourn the Rob Liefeld Hawk and Dove.
I was gonna say there's at least one that I know deserved that cancellation.
That I've read. I have that volume on my shelf. I shouldn't have it. I should sell it. I should get rid of it.
Why do you own that?
There was a time when I was trying to get all of the first trades of all of the initial New 52 wave, and I don't have all of them. But Hawk and Dove was one of the ones I got, and so
You know
um,
what you should do with it?
what?
See if there's ever a convention near you with one Rob Liefeld and
Oh my
get him
god!
to sign
Do
it.
you think he would sign it? He probably would. I don't think.
He
I don't.
would.
Rob Liefeld doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that's ever been ashamed of anything he's done.
Oh no, the man talks a big game about how important he is to
Yeah.
everything.
You know what? It's good to have some self-confidence. All right, let's hop into some blue sky questions. Kicking off today, as always, with the bit. We have first from our friend Jamie at Jamie-Season7 says alternate Earth question mark with a picture of Doctor Who's Inferno, the DVD cover of that, which does in fact take place in an alternate Earth. He does also submit or alternate Earth with a picture from the Doctor Who episode, The Age of Steel. I think it's specifically from The Age of Steel, right? It looks like it is.
Yes.
Our friend Mason at the GG256 submits Earth 2 with a picture of Mondas from Doctor Who.
I like this one particularly because
that's a good one. I enjoy that.
I like to imagine that Earth 2's continents do work like that. Like,
yeah, totally. Our friend Andrew at Andrew Doing Art says 2 with a picture of the second Doctor source book from the Doctor Who role-playing game. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
That is a wild pick.
I haven't looked into it. How does a game like that work? Like, do you play as a companion or something? Is that whatever?
Anyway, I think you can play as companions or the Doctor or possibly as monsters. I don't know.
That's so strange. Anyway, our friend Kian submits Hawk Girl question. Or sorry, at Kian the Quark submits Hawk Girl question mark with a picture of the waitress from Always Sunny in Philadelphia dressed as. Or no, is that D? Wait, the screenshot's blurry. I think that's D. Sorry, that's D. Dressed as an angel at a Halloween party from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He also submits alternate Earth, and I truly don't know what the fuck this poster is.
If I had to guess, I'm guessing this is a Russian version of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
If I had to guess.
Oh, man. Wow.
Because I think Kian was just sticking with...
I truly am going to need some clarification on this, Kian, please. God. Our friend Rules Panda actually can read this. So it's Earth 2 question mark with a picture, a couple comic panels from a Muppets thing with alternate versions of Muppets, and that's nice. Good for them.
Alternate British versions of Muppets.
Yes.
I just looked it up. Yeah, no, there's a Russian adaptation of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia called It's Always Sunny in Moscow.
Wow. Nice.
And it's around a group of 4 friends who own a bar called the Philadelphia in Moscow.
That is insane. I love that. Let's see. And then that is it for the bit. Now to actual questions. Rules Panda submits, what is one character you wish was interpreted differently in Earth 2? Any you wish made the cut? Well, there are a great many that will come later in the comic that we can certainly talk about. But just sticking to these 2 volumes. I
kind of wish we got a little more of Hawk Girl, because
That's fair.
She's kind of a secondary character, but also this is...
Well, specifically in the second arc, because she's not as much part of the second volume we're covering today.
Yeah. Well, I think also just, the second volume is really trying to be our first story to focus on. The first volume focuses on Alan, the second volume focuses on Jay.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess, third volume might focus on Kendra. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see when we get back to it. But
give a little more of her. Yeah, give us a little more.
That's fair. And then anyway, she made the cut. Like I said, a lot of them are going to come in later, but
I would love to see, because I know that this is the time in comics where the Green Arrow book was just Arrow got popular. Let's make it Arrow.
I remember. I believe they used Green Arrow in Earth 2 World's End, and I remember really enjoying him there. We'll talk about that later. Obviously later. But yeah, Rules Panda also...
What I'm saying is Green Arrow would be fun to port over, because Green Arrow is a character who I think deserves... Green Arrow... There are a lot of DC characters who deserve their ongoings. And Oliver Queen is one of them.
Yeah, beloved. Let's see. Next up, our friend Kian submits. It's been so long since I read this, and this may be a spoiler for a later volume. I can confirm, having read this question already. It's not a huge spoiler. But I always find it funny that the Earth 2 invasion failed because Darkseid was busy trying to invade the main Earth at the same time. Very very fun.
That sounds about right, considering Darkseid's kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, people forget that Darkseid is kind of dumb and a little goofy.
Here's the thing with people, with the kind of Marvel, the kind of villains that comics fans consider like big bads of DC and Marvel, is that Darkseid's an idiot and Thanos is a simp. So
Mhm.
I like truly they're not the greatest at what they do.
I mean, Darkseid's interesting because he's a Kirby character, and
Of
it's
course,
Jack
yeah,
Kirby
yeah, yeah,
creating this interesting world. I would love for us to do Jack Kirby's fourth world on the
yeah.
podcast someday.
I
Like,
know, I know.
I would love for us to do just anything by Jack Kirby, but that's
Yeah,
very possibly going to happen soon this year because we're doing more
who,
Marvel stuff, right?
yeah. Who's to say? Yeah, we have more Marvel stuff coming up, so we shall see. Our friend Andrew submits, what's your favorite Elseworld slash alternate world in DC? I mean, right now it's probably the Absolute Universe, honestly. I love
Honestly,
those
currently,
fuckers.
for although the other ones I've read have really been on the podcast, this might be my favorite so far.
Mm,
Only because I really like what Robinson does with to update Alan and Jay. Like,
yeah.
I think it's really interesting. Um, and we'll talk about this in spoilers because I it's fascinating what aspects of each origin they Robinson decides to pull. Um,
Hmm.
Obviously, the one who gets the most rework for reasons you would think is Jay because
Hmm.
of um, Jay Garrick and Barry Allen have the same origin,
They
so much
do.
so that in
They do.
Barry Allen's first appearance, he's reading a Jay Garrick Flash comic book.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Andrew also asks, did you cover Crisis on Infinite Earths and the destruction of the original multiverse? I certainly someday. I
yeah,
believe we
no,
shall. I believe
it's
we shall do
coming.
that
I know
someday.
it's coming
Yeah.
at some point. Like,
Yeah. Andrew's last question says, are those Gordanians on the cover? They are not. They are Parademon.
yes.
Um, let's see. Our friend Jamie submits, what would the Earth 2 versions of you be like? Now, I should add that Kian says Earth 2 Jacob would probably be woke, and Andrew says as opposed to the Midwestern conservative that he is. Now, Jacob, is this accurate?
No, no. I feel like Earth 2 Jacob might actually be the conservative Jacob. Like, if we're
That
talking
is
real world personalities, like,
Earth
uh,
2. See, if I were being like really funny about it, I would just say that Jacob is just missing the opposite eye of what he is missing right now, and that's
that
all
would be
that's different.
really funny. That would be
That's all.
funny.
That's all that's different. That's Earth 2 Jacob Licklider. What would mine be? I don't know what mine would be. Uh, God. See, here's the thing: it doesn't necessarily need to be like an evil version of one of us.
Yeah, because it's not.
Just it
Two's
could just
not
be
everybody. Like, Earth 2 isn't.
yeah. That's Earth 3 actually. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
Earth
Earth
3 is all that you.
Earth 3 is
You
everyone's evil, but Earth 2 could just be like, I don't know, maybe I don't know, don't have a beard or something. I'm like I don't know.
I don't. It would be subtle differences.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Our last set of questions comes from our friend Mason at the GD256 says, one, do you have to read all of Earth 1 first? Yes, absolutely. You have to read every
Yes.
single mainline DC Universe book up to this point before you read Earth 2, 100%. This is a joke, obviously. Mason also says, assuming this is a reboot LMAO, is it worth it? If not, is it still an interesting alternate universe? I guess it's kind of a reboot in if you take like it rebooting the Golden Age as an idea, perhaps.
It doesn't. It doesn't like reboot. The Golden Age and the characters it's Golden Age is doing are very much characters created very close to World War II and
Yeah, yeah.
got very popular with Justice Society and I want to say All
Mhm.
Star
Yeah.
Comics,
Yep.
which was very much World War II propaganda. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was a propaganda
So
book
yeah.
for a lot of it. Like,
But yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. And I would say to answer the second half of that, it is still an interesting alternate universe, definitely. Number
uh,
three, fave and least favorite character you saw in this arc. I love Alan. I love Alan,
I
man.
was gonna say Alan just
Alan's so good,
stole
dude.
my heart. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
He's pretty great. He's pretty great.
Um,
Um
God, least favorite.
mm,
Jay's
maybe
mom.
I guess.
Jay's
I don't know.
mom.
Sloan kind of gets on my nerves at times.
But Stone is a fascinating villain,
He's fascinating. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's why he gets on my nerves.
especially considering I didn't realize Terry Sloan is also my brain. This is all James Gunn's fault. I forget that Michael Holtz is not the first Mr. Terrific.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, yeah. Also, I mean, nobody's ever really done Terry Sloan before, like
No,
adaptation
no.
wise, nobody's ever tried
Most
it.
adaptations go for Michael Holt.
It's always Michael Holt. Yeah. Let's see. The fourth question. Now, this is a proper evil question. Describe your alternate universe evil self. Now, that would be woke Jacob, and and I don't know. I guess mine would be I read all of Marvel comics first before DC.
No, your
I
evil
don't
self
know.
would be a Frank Miller stan.
Oh God. See, the problem is I do genuinely like a fair bit of Frank Miller. It's I just don't think
you
I
would
wouldn't call
rate
myself.
Dark Knight Strikes Again as like one of the best pieces of literature you've ever read.
Yeah, I probably
And you would think Civil War is brilliant politically.
Oh God, I think I'd actually die. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. You know what actually would be evil alternate universe Joey? Being a Star Trek kid instead of a Star Wars kid.
Yes.
And getting into Star Wars in my 20s. That would have been weird. That's
God, that would
that's
have
something
been
I truly cannot imagine what that would have been like. Anyway, number 5, favorite alternate universe in media in general. Oh man. I mean, speaking of Star Trek, I'm very partial to the Mirror Universe. I love that so much.
love the Inferno Earth in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Pretty-
love what
pretty great.
David A. McKenty does with it in that one book that he wrote. You know the one. I'm not going to spoil it.
I know the one. It's a good book, very good book. I think Doctor Who always has interesting ideas for alternate universes. I especially like the Unbound Doctor Who Big Finish stuff. That's always very cool. But yeah, those are a couple. Let's see. What should I get at 7-Eleven? I don't know. Get a slushie.
A Diet Coke.
No, a slushie. They're more fun. Doesn't matter what flavor. 7. Did Trevor get assassinated between volumes 1 and 2? He's gone from the authorship. Yeah, indeed. Trevor Scott is not on the cover credits for volume 2, and I don't know. I can only assume he got assassinated. That's what it would seem like to me. And then final question for today. The reviews in this comic are extremely basic. My prompt to you is to punch them up in some way. Sell me the comic more than if this is a comic that introduces DC superheroes. Unless, oh God, is this comic mid? Quite the opposite. It's just really overlooked.
It's overlooked because it's taking characters who don't sell as much.
Yep.
Like,
that's the thing. I mean, and truly, the best selling point of it is literally just it's a modernization of the Golden Age. It does something really, really fascinating with those Golden Age characters. The first issue will also, if you know nothing about this comic going in, the first issue will totally subvert expectations in a really cool way. That will leave you wanting more, and I think that's probably the best way to sell it. Yeah. So. Yeah,
it's also a really quick read. Like
it is. It's very snappy.
It rattles along like a pretty good pace.
Yeah. And not in a barely any dialogue way. Just
in a things are moving and we're telling the story. It's not a we've stretched the story out to 6 issues by having nothing happen.
Yeah. So
it also makes a really interesting parallel with Justice League Origin. At least the first volume does.
Definitely.
Second volume a little less so, but that's only because the second volume is a couple of standalones. One of those standalones being very much set up for later, and then a 4-part arc that is also interested in introducing, I think, someone who's going to be hopefully a major player. I hope he's a major player.
Yeah. We'll see as we go along. Let's get into some fresh-faced correspondence now. This is the part of the show where we read out your comments, any and all comments that you leave on anything we do, be it on Spotify, YouTube, other podcast platforms, or on our Patreon as well. And you can comment on episodes, fresh-faced one-shots, even past episodes. It doesn't have to be a new episode. We'll read out any of your past comments. First comment today comes from our friend Jamie over on Spotify for our last episode for World of Flashpoint featuring Batman. Jamie says, Jacob destroys liberal co-host with math and logic. I don't know. Was there a particularly conservative thing you said last episode? Was that a
no? But I think I did. I talked about math. I think.
Oh yeah. Okay. And also I can't remember what brought this up, but Jimmy also says, also who needs to read when we have
chat? You know what it might have been? It might have been my guess. My guess at what this was going to be.
Yes, with the absolute guesses, yeah. But Jimmy also says, "Who needs to read when we have ChatGPT? I see no ethical, environmental, or cognitive downsides." This is incredibly relevant to actually our extra segment we just
Yeah,
recorded before this episode. So go to our Patreon to check that out. Um, and our last comment today is also from JB, actually on a one shot we did not that long ago for the Superman Spider-Man crossover from DC. Jamie says, the Jimmy Olsen Carnage story is probably my favorite of all the crossovers so far. That creative team can do no wrong. That is indeed one of the best stories in that collection. I really, really enjoyed that.
Very good.
Yeah. So I think it does it for correspondence today. I think that covers our non-spoiler section for today. So we're about to get into our spoilers section. So before hopping into spoilers, if you're not sticking around for spoilers, be sure to hop to the end of the episode to find out what we are covering next time on the show. We have 2 more Elseworlds episodes before getting into a more regular 5-episode DC block. And then after those 5 episodes, we'll be doing more Marvel, all kinds of fun stuff coming up there. So be sure to skip to the end to find out what we're covering next time.
I have a guess for what's coming next.
Interesting. I'll be curious to hear what it is.
This is just, it's the, I don't know.
Yeah, you've been bamboozled at every turn.
I have been
with
bamboozled.
The block, so.
Maybe this time I'm close.
I think you have a better shot at these last 2 episode guesses, strictly because you know there are guests on these last 2 episodes.
Yes.
But
it's the terrible thing of knowing who the guests are. I'm like that.
That sometimes doesn't help at all, you know. I mean,
no.
Yeah. So we shall find out. As always, there's also our Patreon, patreon.com/BloodNote Studios. I can get all kinds of fun things there, like early Star Trek reviews, exclusive Star Trek commentaries, fresh face extras, bad movie commentaries, and there's a general support tier as well. It's a $1 tier, it's a cadet tier. So without further ado, let's hop into spoilers. Consider this your official spoiler warning. We're about to hop into Earth 2 with Volume 1, The Gathering, with Earth 2 number 1.
Yeah.
So crazy ass first issue.
This is fucking wild, guys.
Yeah. I think it's it's really interesting though, because Justice League Origin was immediately really popular. It was a great selling book for the New 52. It was a great way to launch the reboot of the DC universe with Justice League Origin, and so we're immediately playing on familiar imagery in the opening of this issue. Something that a lot of readers will find familiar and can easily hop into if they've read any sort of current DC comics happening. Odds are you've read Justice League number 1 if nothing else.
Because Justice League number 1 sold really well. Like
it did, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, it's Jeff Johns and Jim Lee writing the origin of the Justice League. What's not to love? It's a great comic.
But this is interesting. This first issue is just a bait and switch.
Yeah,
and
it's a crazy way to sell a book. So we have the invasion of Darkseid. We have the invasion of these parademons. We have Batman.
Not even in the invasion of Dark.
It's not Darkseid. Yes, that's right. Steppenwolf.
Part of me theorizes that Snyder was also inspired by this.
That is possible. I mean, Steppenwolf is commonly seen as like an underling of Darkseid, or he is literally. But I think specifically adapting what is essentially Justice League Origin, but with Steppenwolf in place of Darkseid as a herald for Darkseid, sort of. I think is an interesting idea, and not one that is exclusive to this book, but certainly could have.
So some of the language around like the Age of Wonders feels like
that's
Snyder
true.
cribbing.
That's fair. Yeah, I can see.
There's some. Zack Snyder is a filmmaker who will crib aesthetics that he likes, and there are some very aesthetic things about this.
And despite what a lot of people say, he does love comics. He does.
He does.
Yeah. And this is a great comic. But yeah, we have the invasion of these parademons of Steppenwolf. We have Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, all with slightly different designs than stuff we're used to.
Slightly different designs.
I especially like the Batman design. I really like the Batman one, actually. But sorry, go on.
What's interesting is we don't know who's narrating. The narration is in green.
Yeah.
And it's being it's in the past tense, which should be your first clue. Because so much of this first issue. This first issue is also pretty long, actually. Like,
Yeah, it's longer than your average first issue.
yeah, I don't think they double length it, but it's very
It's got a couple
intentionally.
extra pages to beef it up. Yeah, um, and this is because they're going to do the bait and switch. You know, they want to include a little bit more plot relating directly to our main heroes, to our actual heroes of this book. Before
I also
um,
think Nicholas Scott, who's on the art
yes, so good.
for this arc and some of the next one, uh,
Mhm. She's awesome.
she's like, I'm kind of annoyed that they gave Wonder Woman pants in the New 52. She's getting the skirt back,
Getting the skirt
and
back. It's a good luck. It's a good
it's a
luck.
good one.
Yeah.
But this is idea. It's like this Bruce Wayne has a plan to defeat the parademons and Steppenwolf, and you, in a way, I feel like there might be some much later influence on the Absolute Universe with this
Mm,
first issue
interesting.
in doing things that are
Um,
slightly different.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, because it's, I mean, you know, and I don't know exactly how this book was marketed, but it is interesting to just be like, we're gonna do a slightly different version of the Justice League origin that a lot of people know right now, and we're gonna have our main heroes, but we're gonna notice a couple slightly different things about them. We have Robin in this universe being Bruce Wayne's daughter,
Helena
Helena.
Wayne, it's Huntress. It's the
Yeah,
original
yeah,
Huntress,
exactly. Yeah.
which is
Um,
cool. Supergirl is still Kara Zor-El.
yeah.
Um,
Nothing to hate about that. But again, the costumes are slightly different. We're going to learn a little something else about Wonder Woman in this universe in the next volume that we'll get to as things progress.
Batman feels a bit more martial artsy. Like,
Yeah. There are just a couple key differences to be like, oh yeah, no, this is an alternate universe thing, but it's still familiar feeling.
it's
Um,
still familiar. A lot of it. A lot of it also feels like the Batman thing feels like, hey, Batcat shippers. I know Scott Snyder isn't really doing a Batman romance in his book right now because this was started publishing near
Still
the end
during
of
Court of
Court of
Owls.
Owls. Like, yeah, well, it would be City of Owls
During City.
probably, but
Yeah.
yeah, but like during that year, it's like he's not really doing a Batman romance, and like we wouldn't really get a Batman romance until like the back half of that run.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, and so yeah, but we get those tiny differences. We see um some more of like we see as far as like differences in Diana, we see her more like directly interacting with her gods, specifically Mercury. Mercury shows up like during this battle here. I like he'll be an important character later on. He shows up almost as a herald of the immediate shit that everyone's about to go through in this battle, and is there to sort of deliver the news that like, you know, the gods are that like their time is gone, this age is passing, and he essentially
what's interesting,
abandons these people.
yeah. What's interesting is we also see at one point what's going to become the World Army, this international military force. Uh,
Hmm.
there's already very much hints that this is a world that is like these aren't superheroes, they're wonders, and
Hmm.
there is some military pushback there. Uh, so much like that is where Supergirl is trying to avoid like, hey, they want to just throw nukes at these things, and we can't do that.
Hmm.
Uh, it's like the dialogue is very much like these are the heroes' last stand. Mercury's heraldry is also very much a last stand because
Yeah, and
As soon as Mercury leaves,
it all goes to
Diana
shit.
gets killed.
Yeah.
Like
This is, have you ever seen this panel before? It's a very famous panel with Steppenwolf killing Diana. I'm not sure if you've ever seen
I
it
have
before.
not. I have
Okay.
not.
Yeah, very famous
So
panel.
I was a little shocked. Like
Yeah.
this.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, wait, I need to ask. What did you think the Trinity's role in this was? Because I told you that this was a modernization of the Golden Age, and you get hit in this first issue with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Still, you know, Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent, and Diana Prince. You know.
I thought we
Uh,
were gonna get. I thought we were gonna get basically kind of like the Justice Society lineup. Like
Interesting.
I thought
Interesting.
I thought it would be Superman would be Kal El, but like not EL, Kal
Mm,
El, like
mhm.
Golden Age
Well,
Cal, Golden Age Bruce.
it's I love this line so much. You're gonna love this when we get to like who takes place of these heroes eventually. But but yeah, no, and yeah, Diana gets killed. Not immediately after, Clark goes consumed by parademons.
Fascinating that Steppenwolf, when saying no, Cal, you won't. Cal is in air quotes. I'm like, why? Hmm, I wonder.
Mhm.
Wonder if that
Yeah.
means anything.
Yeah,
What if
it
that
just means
means
something, and
anything?
I can't talk about it yet. Wait, fuck. Oh, damn it. Okay, sorry. There's good stuff. There's really good stuff.
Here's the thing. I hope we get more of this book
Yeah, we're gonna do more,
sooner.
and especially knowing that you enjoyed it this much, we will definitely be doing more at some point down the line. Uh, it also makes me really glad I chose to do a double booker on this because I'm glad you enjoyed this much.
It couldn't just be. Here's the thing. I, I, I would probably like. I interestingly like. I think both volumes are like 8 out of 10s, really damn strong books.
Mhm.
But I'm like, I don't. I don't think you would. I would be have enjoyed it as much without the double booker. Like,
Yeah, well, I do think the Gathering is the stronger volume, but I do think the Tower of Fate is an incredibly necessary character building for
I
our
agree.
heroes.
I think Gathering is a stronger story. I think it
Mhm.
is. It is incredibly strong. It's also a like I remember messaging you. It's a really damn good way outside of this fake out to introduce a way to like slowly introduce a universe,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get people on board month to month. Like
Mhm.
that, you don't quite get the same feeling when you're reading it uh collected, obviously, but I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
definitely see, even though this is heavily serialized,
Yeah,
like
and you have to give props, especially also to to a book that so explicitly like kills these characters with like, and not the comic booky way of being like, oh, they fall off of someplace. Like you see Steppenwolf deliver that fatal blow to Diana. Like there's this sense of like being like, oh shit, we know we're actually killing these guys. I have to see how this continues. How do we move on from this? Very very cool stuff. 'Cause yeah, we kill Clark. We kill Batman as a sacrifice right after. Um
and oh my, like already Arg has just the oh no, that's sad.
mhm.
And poor Helen. First off, Bruce's last words are "I love you, Helena." I'm like,
Yeah, a very
oh
different Bruce
no,
Wayne.
oh
Yeah.
no, this is a Bruce that was happy.
I would like you to also
That's
consider why that might be the case. Because again, we'll talk about that later in the line. But
I'm because he
there's
was married to Selena. Like that's
there's a bit more to it as well. Yeah, you'll see. You'll see.
oh no, this is
Wait, sorry. Have you seen the cover of Earth Two Worlds End? I'm not sure.
no,
Okay,
I haven't.
maybe don't look at it.
I'm not going to, but my brain is now telling me somebody's alive when they should be dead.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Was
my
there
God,
not a night in the alley?
you'll see, you'll see. But no, I also just the way Nicholas Scott draws, Helena just breaking down, crying. It's fucking heart wrenching. Oh my God. Um, and we get a moment of Supergirl and Helena traversing into a portal at the end, lost to somewhere as the parademons
Also, well,
are.
here's the thing. The omnibus includes the omnibus is very good at including both. One, I'm very glad it does this. The credits, the in issue credits.
Mhm,
Um, so we get our thank God we get our title pages.
mhm.
Just saluting that. We also got the editor's note that these adventures continue in World's Finest #1. Like,
That'll do it. That'll do it.
yeah.
Um,
So I should say you can. They have their own book that was publishing at the same time.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Um,
fascinating. Again, another fascinating thing that like DC clearly had some confidence in Earth 2 as a thing to
yeah,
launch at least 2 book.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's very
um,
cool. It's very cool stuff. But then we begin meeting our actual main characters. It's crazy how what about 20 pages go by and we don't meet our main characters until after Helena and Kara disappear. And so we meet Alan Scott.
Let's talk about Alan Scott. Let's talk about Alan
Yeah.
Scott.
First off, very subtle foreshadowing with his big green shirt that he's wearing.
Yeah, and when we meet Jay Garrick, he's in like a. No, he's not. He's just in
No, I
a.
don't think he's in red. No, I just.
No, they aren't. They aren't. They aren't that. They aren't that. Subtle foreshadowing. Uh, no, but CEO Alan Scott,
Mhm,
and here's the thing about like Golden Age Alan Scott. He is there's hmm, there's a lot of influences on this character, like in what created Green Lantern.
mhm,
Like some of it is A Thousand and One Arabian Nights with the whole magic ring thing, like because it's magic uh,
mhm.
in the original origin,
Yeah.
um, and I I believe it was magic. It's magic from China, or
Mhm,
in the I'm talking in the 1940s origin. Like that's
mhm.
what it was. James Robinson is smart to be like, we need to tweak that
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Yes, we do. Um, and
uh,
and so we set up CEO Alan Scott, an incredibly flawed character, um, uh, is set on a very clear trajectory of betterment, let's say. Um, but we see him as an important figure in this in the aftermath of the attack from Apocalypse. Um,
well, because I think I think we open with like no, we don't. We like 5 years or so. I think have passed.
mhm,
Uh, and I think just this first page that introduces him is really interesting because it very much tells us the world likes Alan Scott.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they they, they like billionaire Alan Scott.
Mhm.
Um,
Again, flawed character.
odd character.
um,
Um, but this is also a world that hasn't healed. Um,
yeah.
there's this idea immediately that uh, the world, like that the Earth doesn't want us to forget, as we see three craters, possibly representing the deaths of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman,
Almost definitely. Yeah.
still
Yeah.
on fire.
Mhm,
Like this is bad.
mhm.
We also,
Um,
notably, she's not going to be our first new hero
yeah, yeah. In fact, we
because
then cut over as we begin to close out the issue to one Jay Garrick. Look at young man Jay Garrick.
yeah,
um,
yeah,
uh,
it's a terrible thing of Jay Garrick as a character.
he's always been
He's
old.
he's
He's
always been old,
he's always
and
been an old man.
and his design has always tied him to the World Wars, like with that goddamn
Mhm.
helmet.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. There's a cool subversion of that, obviously coming up here, that I really enjoy. But we get a scene to like establish, down on his luck, Jay Garrick breaking up with his girlfriend because she's sick of his shit. Um, Seems like a genuine guy, and he goes out into a field that night to like look at the stars as he
his girl,
sits there
here's the
all
thing,
lonely.
girlfriend is going off. It's a breakup of his girlfriend has a job on the other side of the country, so they're
Mhm.
breaking it off.
Yeah,
Like
and
perfectly
yeah,
fine.
yeah, and that and also there's clearly a certain amount of disdain for Jay in the way she's drawn, the way she talks, um,
Yeah,
and
because
so
Jay
Jay,
Garrick's kind of a loser. Like
yeah, yeah, um, uh, so we get Jay that night, witnessing a shooting star, or at least one might think is a shooting star. In fact, when he rushes towards it, because it does make a rather large explosion near him, um,
um,
he's
it's Mercury.
it's
Like
Mercury. Yeah, yeah.
that's
First
our
off,
fucking cliffhanger. Like
yeah, and it's also cool because like you can kind of you can see like the way that um you can immediately like put together the connection of like Mercury's helmet and like the traditional Jay Garrick Flash look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, that
Um,
was also clearly just an inspiration to Garner Fox.
mhm.
So I thought, who created Jay Garrick? Shit. Was it?
I'm not sure.
I yeah, no. Garner Fox did also Garner Fox, creator of two Flashes.
The
Um,
King, Gardner Fox.
Garner Fox.
Yeah,
Um, Whereas Bill Finger helped create Green Lantern. People forget that
yeah.
Bill Finger just deserves all the flowers in the world that he never
My
got.
beloved, my beloved. But yeah, that's our issue one cliffhanger. This takes us into issue two. A strong flash cover, flash cover here. First, I actually ask, seeing the cover, what do you think of Jay Garrick's New 52 design?
I I think it is a fascinating modernization of the original design. Like
Hmm.
it's very much paying tribute while wanting to do its own thing. Because again, this is a book that while it's reintroducing Golden Age characters, it is not tributing the Golden Age. Like
Hmm. It is a
the Golden
modernization
Age.
of the when we say it's a modernization of the Golden Age, we mean it's more a modernization of those characters,
Of
not
those characters,
specifically the kinds of stories they would tell. Then you know.
because again, a lot of those stories is World War II propaganda, and
Hmm.
yeah, all of these characters now have to have basically have to have their origins revamped somewhat, just
Hmm.
so we can just so we can have something uh for for, for our characters to spark off on, but also just make it fit in the modern setting. Like
Hmm.
these aren't wartime comics. Like
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I think it's actually quite interesting because there's a bit of reflection in general on a post-war society with the invasion from Darkseid being our like war that
yeah.
is an Earth that hasn't healed, and uh how after wars the winners that even in like a just war like World War II, the winners don't always see justice done, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, definitely,
Because
definitely.
like there's this will be more important for the second volume because there is an issue that's basically, hey, there was a country that did an Operation Paperclip, like
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
except that
definitely.
Operation Paperclip was with Steppenwolf instead
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
apocalypse scientists. No, we got
A little different, a little
a little
different.
different, but like that's
Yeah,
sort of the idea that we're playing with, and it's really interesting if you
yeah.
look at this at this through that lens.
Hmm.
I think it's
Uh,
why, honestly, this is. I found this kind of slightly stronger than Justice League Origin, like the Gathering, just because.
Interesting, very
Yeah,
interesting. You know what? I might agree with that. I mean, I love Justice League Origin. I really do. It's a comic that meant a
I
lot to
don't want to
me.
disparage Justice League Origin because I do like Origin, and I do like quite a bit of the John's Justice League stuff.
You liked Forever Evil.
I liked Forever Evil, and I like Throne of Atlantis, and I like Origin, and Villain's
That's
Journey is
most of the
fine.
run. That's
It's
most of the
most of
run.
it. It's just this one giant,
Big old Trinity War in there.
big old
Um,
Trinity War, and the fallout from that can
yeah.
be
Uh,
a total mess.
but getting into issue two here, though, we open on a not Earth 2 character in the form of Mr. Terrific.
Yeah. Um,
We have Michael Holt arriving here on Earth 2, being met by one Terry Sloan.
First off, can I just say I think it is fascinating. I do love that James Robinson saw. Fuck. DC's going through its first round of cancellations. I'm poaching Mr. Terrific
Yeah,
because,
it's like, can I just
like,
have him? Can I take him over here? Can I do that?
let's be
And
honest. I have seen. Let's be honest. Especially considering there's a there's a current like movement that I've seen vaguely from scrolling through TikTok that is crit- critical of the big two comic publishers, especially DC right now, about
Mhm.
how they don't have any like DC. It's been over 1,000 days since DC's had an ongoing with a black lead, specifically an
Yes,
ongoing,
yes.
not a mini. Like,
Mhm.
and I will be the first to say when drama is dumb. This drama is actually kind of important. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you really could, like, especially considering we're doing the big initiative right now with a bunch of new number ones for a bunch of characters.
Mhm.
Like,
I mean, hey,
hey,
they did say the next phase of next level is coming, so
yeah,
I guess we'll see what the
just
next wave of titles is. Whatever. Um,
don't disappoint us because, like, honestly, I'm surprised Mr. Terrific doesn't have an ongoing right now.
I am still so shocked the Dawn of DC Cyborg book didn't become an ongoing. That is
That
fucking insane
too,
to me.
like,
That was a good book. I enjoyed that greatly.
yeah,
Um,
it's. I mean, the Mr. Terrific thing is weird because, like, I'm like, hey, like, uh, his appearance in Superman was universally praised, despite
yeah,
being like, it
because
was what
James Gunn
20.
did the James Gunn thing. Like,
Yeah, like
um, like
these
yeah,
are things. Yeah,
it's crazy. Anyway, but we have Mr. Terrific, Mr. Terrific be Mr. Terrific. We have Michael Holt and Terry Sloan.
I'll
And
also say I love how much world building is packed into the title pages. Like, uh, not really a two-page spread because you have the panels at the bottom, but like that really nice like, hey, this is what the world's like.
mhm,
Um, we like there is some golden age aesthetics. Like, there's a newsstand that is
mhm.
still in business
Yeah,
in
and you can have some
2012.
yeah, you can have some fun with that. You can play around with that. Uh, but Sloan does capture Mr. Terrific. We'll catch up with him a little bit later. As we cut back to Jay Garrick, who has found the fallen god Mercury, who is dying and wishes to bestow his powers upon Jay Garrick and make
We should
him the
also say
Flash.
Tony Sloan just steals the T spheres. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
he both knows about the T spheres somehow? Question
Hmm.
mark.
Hmm.
Uh, and steals them. Um, but yeah, so
So
let's do the man who fell to Earth, or the
yeah,
god who fell to Earth.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Mercury dying gives his powers to Jay Garrick. I do like that. I do like that. While the helmet that Mercury wears is specifically, it looks like the Jay Garrick helmet of old. I like that the costume doesn't keep that aesthetic. I like that it keeps it more in spirit, the way it adds the wings onto the actual helmet on the costume. It's cool stuff.
well, it's
Um,
also because I do think aesthetically, Robinson and Scott are both going for a. We want people to realize that this is different from the normal DC universe from what they know as well. Like,
mhm.
keep it distinct because I mean I've also said, especially in terms of Flash costumes, I cannot tell Barry from Wally. Um, they are very similar.
Yeah, this
Uh,
is true. This is true.
this is like
Um,
I'm s- I'm sorry. It's Wally has the white eyes, right? Is that
yes,
the
yeah,
trick?
yeah. Wally's the wide eyes. Barry's the one that you can always see his
See,
actual eyes.
that's the trick. It's a dumb fucking trick. It is
Yeah.
so
That's the
subtle.
one. Yeah. But no, it's a good costume. I really do like the J costume here. I also really like the imagery of Mercury turning to stone and crumbling as like that way of dying. There's something just cool in Greek myth about that. Um,
Uh, well, there's
uh,
also this idea that like something's coming, um, and it's like, no, 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 we're doing a new age of heroes. We'll get ourselves a new Trinity, and this idea that Jay is a hero. It's like, no, I'm nobody. I just graduated college. I can't get a job, which is like this is 2012. This is very much like in the air of the younger generations, and still is, but like it's really settling in because of the 2008, the 2008 financial crash, and a
mhm,
lot of people are like trying to do this. We're in the middle of the Obama administration is trying to pull the U.S. out of the recession and doing a mixed job of it.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah. Uh, there's something I don't know. There's something just it seems like a small change, but just making Jake Eric a young character is a really interesting way of modernizing the guy, and I like that a lot. So yeah.
I think part of this is I feel like you very much could do thematic analysis of this as wanting to pass the torch to a new generation that can promote change.
Yeah.
Um, because like it's the idea, so it's like just trust everyone. The evil could be anybody.
Mhm.
Which
Um,
interesting. I wonder who's gonna be who. I have a feeling there's gonna be another twist villain somewhere, like
mm.
in this run.
You'll see. You'll
Like
see. Dude, I truly cannot express properly how relieved I am that you really enjoyed this, because it means we could read so much more of this in the future. So hell yeah. Yeah. We'll be
I
doing
also
that.
just I adore the single page of Jay running for the first time. Like
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. It's also a very different visual style to how we usually see the Flash run as a character. It's that leap over the fence. Like it's a different pose. Like it's not the typical sprinter look that the Flash always has. It's cool.
Yes. And I
Anyway,
mean, some of that is also just because I think Jay Garrick is typically characterized as a jock, is he not? Like he was a
yeah,
jock in
hmm
like college. Like
yeah,
I think,
and-
I believe.
yeah, yeah,
Um, it's separating him from Barry because
hmm
once again, Jay Garrick and Barry Allen have the same fucking origin, and
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
problem. Like,
Yep.
and I can't blame Gardner Fox for doing it because obviously there's no way Gardner Fox could know that like the DC universe was going to be the DC universe. Like,
Sorry, for a second I thought you were still talking about original Gardner Fox Jay Garrick, and I thought the joke was going to be that Gardner Fox, you can't believe Gardner Fox because Gardner Fox couldn't have predicted what Gardner Fox would do in the future.
that too. The future, on a double metal, on a double level, this is also the that creates the Justice League.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. But he also wait, no. He also created the Justice.
Yeah.
This
you,
man's
you you
career,
you cannot blame Gardner Fox. He knows not what he does.
and what he's going to do 4
Oh
times.
my
Like,
god. What a guy. Anyway,
let's talk about
speaking,
LGBT representation in the year of our Lord
yeah,
2012
yeah.
because
Pre-legalizing of gay marriage in the United States.
yeah, like hey,
Not long before, but I mean,
look,
hey, he's still like this is this is still a topic that would have been seen as taboo in comics at the time. Like,
I mean, it was
especially in mainline stuff, you usually see these things more openly talked about in, like Vertigo imprints, things like that. Um,
yeah. I mean, not just in comics. Let's talk about the national stage.
mhm,
Remember, Proposition 8 in California passed.
mhm,
Like like in California.
mhm.
Um like this is yes, media queer characters in media, like especially in like television had been a thing for a while.
Mhm.
Uh the 90s
Often,
did see things
o-
happen.
often used as like, joke characters, unfortunately.
Not entirely. I mean, this is post Buffy, so
Mm.
you know, this is post Buffy, so you have, you know, I'm starting to get the feeling that you don't know about a certain Buffy character.
Don't tell me, because is there a
I
gay? Have I met a gay character in Buffy and I don't know it yet?
Oh my god, you don't know. Oh,
Okay.
let's
I'll
just say
get
one of the main cast. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'll get there eventually. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, in season 4.
okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
yeah. I now have to be now I have to be careful because I can't.
Uh, oh. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. We'll get there. We'll get there. Anyway.
Look at that. Yeah, like no, this is like these things in these spaces happen, and I know in comics you have characters like in Marvel, like North Star. I think is typically the first like
I think so. I'm
out
not as familiar.
gay
Not as
character,
familiar.
but he's also I'm sorry, he's not a character who's leading books at the time.
Yeah.
This
uh.
is it's 2012. we're going to
Alan,
have
Alan
a
Scott is arguably the main character of this book. Um,
he
if there is
is
one character that is more important than the others, it's Alan Scott, I think.
and yes, having an ensemble probably does make it easier to have
Yeah,
a
that's fair. That's
queer
totally fair.
character.
Yeah.
I mean, also Buffy. It's very much an ensemble show. Uh, Makes it easier. An ensemble show with yes, Buffy's name is in the title, but like that show works because of the ensemble nature of the
Mhm.
Scooby Gang. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
But yeah, no, we meet Sam. We meet Alan's boyfriend
yes,
Sam, and first off, just I just like the fact that there's a full like big panel dedicated to it. The Alan's relationship is put on full display and very proudly, as it should be.
full display, out proudly, and in the course of 2 pages, a way that it cannot be cut out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
this
That
is
is a
about
big part. Yeah.
this is the second thing we learn about Alan Scott in this run, basically. Like,
Mhm.
first thing we learn, he's a CEO who's loved by the public.
Yeah.
Second thing, he's gay and in a happy, committed, loving relationship.
Mhm. And so we get the scene. Very nice. We move on to getting Jay Garrick learning more of his powers, which is a
His
cool little moment.
inability to stop.
Yeah.
Um,
Very fun
and
stuff.
immediately, I love the. Because it is kind of a very, I'd say it's actually more of a Silver Age thing of man gets superpowers, immediately wants to help. Like,
Mhm.
immediately is like, I can help people now. Like, I now have a purpose. I can do something. And yeah, Nicholas Scott draws the running so slightly differently from like
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
from what was being done in mainline DC at the time. Like,
Yeah. I mean, we read the entire Francis Manifold and Bucalato flash run. Like
and
it's
don't get me wrong,
it's fantastic,
Manifold
of
and
course.
Bucalato are fantastic at drawing that.
Especially yeah, especially when we talk about the art in that book. But but
Just
no,
giving it
there's
this
two
distinct
different things.
identity helps make Jay Garrick feel like a different character.
Yeah, yeah, it's so cool. It's so good. We see Jay run to where does he actually run to?
Uh,
Poland. Play the rest of Poland. And it's sort of like skidding into the ground there, where
because
he
he
is
can't
found.
stop. It's just like, well, shit.
Yeah.
It's
Um.
also the very. I think it's also very important with how Robinson reinforces the idea that you know, post the end of issue 1, there are no superheroes. Any
Mhm.
sort of any sort of metahuman activity,
Yeah.
um,
And
so to speak, is
yeah.
seen as like, is this just invading parademons again? As just this random guy sees them, and then suddenly, girl,
Yeah.
hi,
Hawk
Hawk
Girl.
Girl.
We have Hawk Girl here threatening Jay. And we'll get back to that in a moment because first we have to. Oh, okay. We have to bury a gay.
Okay,
We have to bury a gay.
let's.
Alan Scott on a train with Sam. He
As he is
proposes to
about
Sam.
to, as he is in the middle of proposing marriage,
Uh, Bridge goes out. Train crashes. Sam dies.
Sam dies, and that's the issue. Is the
The end of
train?
issue.
Then the issue
End
of
of
the
issue
train
two.
crash.
Yep. End of issue two. There.
Let's. It's important to talk about this. While I do,
To be
I
fair,
do
the book
like.
handles this. The book handles this really well later on. Um.
I I hope Robinson. I'm reading how the way Robinson is playing the grief with the
Mhm.
character of Alan Scott, and that we can eventually see Alan Scott in this book in a happy, committed relationship again.
Mm.
Because this is unfortunately it's a problem. It is a
It is. It is. I
especially
think.
since we just knew him. It is
Yeah.
both burying a gay.
Here's the thing: is burying a gay to empower another gay. So,
Yes,
um,
but it is also textbook fridging.
yeah, yeah, that too.
People forget that the original that while the blog was written for refrigerators, Gail Simone
Mhm.
was also commenting on queer characters
And a Green
at the
Lantern
time.
comic.
And a Green
um, uh, but
but it's and I do like that it's with Alan. It's very much a journey of grief, and I do like that even though through the journey of grief, Robinson uses Alan's sexuality as a thing of normalcy. It is
Yeah.
presented as normal mostly.
Mhm.
There is a scene in the second volume. Can't quite remember what issue it is at Sam's graveside
Mm.
with Sam's father. That is the closest thing we get to it not being normal,
Mhm.
but it is incredibly pointed as to
And
where these types of stories are. And
yeah, the important part here is also that like Robinson still centers Alan Scott in this story, the gay character. Like it's we never process Alan's grief through other characters. Alan is exploring this himself, which is very important as well. Um,
and I also think the cover for issue 3 is brilliant because
yeah.
like issue 2 depicting Jay Garrick as the Flash. This is our first depiction of Alan Scott as Green Lantern. And it's a depiction of pain and fire
Mhm.
and horror.
Mhm.
Because,
Because
well,
as we open issue 3, first off, Alan Scott is fucked up. He did not make it out of this crash unscathed. Um, uh, and as he is grappling um, with the events of what has just happened, um,
also the
this
fact that
is
he's not sure, like, he survived. He doesn't know, maybe his fiance lived too, and
mhm.
sadly, a green talking ball of fire.
Welcome back to the golden age.
Welcome back to the. Mind you, again, so originally this green ball of fire was like an alien meteor thing
Mhm.
that's like, again, kind of Orientalist because it was like landed in China and was a worshipped question. It's
Mhm.
eh,
It's not.
1940s
Yeah,
casual Orientalism.
it's not great.
Here, here, it's very different. This
Mhm.
is the green. Like,
Yeah, yeah. This is we are doing kind of the Swamp thing of the power of the Earth, the Green Lantern energy coming from the Earth itself.
not just the power of the earth, but also just the power of specifically life.
Mhm.
Um, to distinguish itself. Like, what I do think what the New 52 with Animal Man was it did the red right like
Oh
that's
yeah, yeah, it did.
like
Yep. Oh, we got to do
like,
that someday. It's so good.
there's a lot we got to get back to more Swamp Thing someday
Yeah,
just
yeah. I work. Yeah,
because I
because
also want
I
to do Vice's Swamp Thing now that they're doing the
they
final
are
story
doing
like
they are doing that, which is very cool. Uh, just I think I would sooner take you to Scott Snyder's Swamp Thing because I want to do Jeff Lemire's Animal Man as well, and they cross
that is
over a
also
lot.
here's the thing if we I also want to do Morrison's Anna so
I
many
know, I
comics.
know. There's a lot. There's a lot. But anyway, um, uh, we have the scene of the green presenting itself to Alan, essentially forcing this power onto him as Earth's new defender. And there's this reluctant heroism in there. We kind of take Alan Scott on this somewhat traditional hero's journey here.
I, I mean, if only because he quite literally has just been like his denial of the call and going to the lowest point is his fiance just died in a tragedy.
Mhm.
Um,
Also, my God, who's the inker on this? I love the inks on that on the like fourth to last panel of that scene when his eyes are all black. Just really, really cool stuff. Is it
Trevor
Trevor
Scott.
Scott? Trevor Scott,
Trevor
yeah.
Scott. Yeah, Trevor Scott.
Just a
Trevor
great,
Scott
great
does
man.
most of the inks for this volume. There's for this first volume. The second volume is a lot different. That's because well, the Zero issue and the DC Universe and
Mhm.
uh I even think 7 and 8 are just are all different art teams.
Mhm. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
so we get that scene. We have We catch up with Jay and Hawkgirl then, as they properly meet for the first time.
I
There's
love this dynamic of Jay
yeah,
being just Jay.
Jay's just
Can
a
we call
guy.
Jay?
He's just a guy.
He's kind of a he gives kind of himbo energy. He's literally
Yeah. Oh,
like
totally.
he's slack-jawed. It's like, are you an angel? Are you an idiot? Like you have wings, don't you? Um,
So good, so fun. Yeah, they have a really fun dynamic. We get some is
and
there's some,
Hawkgirl says in what I didn't realize was foreshadowing. Fate showed me the way.
yeah, yep.
I was like, oh. And when I
Yeah,
got to the second one, I was like, oh right, they are just reconstructing the Justice Society from first principles, basically. Like,
yep,
took me way too. I should have clocked it when the Sandman and the Atom showed up
yep,
later in this arc. It literally took me until Fate shows up, and it's like,
yep.
oh yeah, we're just
I told
redoing the
here's the
Justice
thing.
Society.
I told you this from the out. I told you this was the golden age again. So funny. But yeah, so we get a little testing of our powers as Flash and Hawkgirl sort of square off with each other before calling a truce and getting down to business here, which is essentially realizing that something is not right with the Earth around
Yeah,
them. Things are
everything starts
dying.
dying suddenly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
mm, mm, ooh, James Robinson. I love where this goes. I'm like,
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. So, we cut back to Alan. We get that reluctant acceptance of the power of the Green Lantern. First off, gotta know thoughts on actually, I have thoughts on Hawkgirl as well. What do you think of these two costumes?
I think Hawkgirl's redesign is particularly good at modernizing it as well.
Mhm.
Um, I like in Allen's that we do go for a more standard green look.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. It's
Though I do think the shoulder pads might be a bit too parallaxy. Uh,
that's an interesting point. I think it's just one of those things to like try to add a little bit of
it's well, it's
variety in
also
the
supposed to be
costume.
trying to tribute the it's obviously trying to tribute the cape. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
Allen's cape, and I'm like,
See,
well, maybe
I would have been okay with a cape, and the cape could be green. Like they're going for a very uniform green look with the Alan Scott look in
I
this.
think the exterior of the cape could be green. I think maybe the interior maybe should need to be something. I think you need a little bit. My one complaint is I think you might need a little bit of a different color here to to break some of the green up a little
Mm.
bit. Like,
Yeah, well, in that regard, I do like how the shoulder pads kind of glow. It just adds a little bit of contrast there that I enjoy. Um, but yeah, it's a good costume. It's decent. I do prefer the Flash and Hawk Girl as far as redesigns go, though. Um,
yes, and it's very explicit that this is going to be the champion of the green, and that something must arise in the name of the gray.
yeah.
Um,
Uh, did you have any predictions as to what this would be? Immediately.
no.
Ooh,
I
okay.
immediately was like, ooh, so we're doing. I really like that we're doing a take on sort of the Alan Moore, these primordial forces that govern uh, reality.
Mhm.
Uh,
Very cool stuff. And we see this gray force begin to take over. I love, especially, I mean, I love the imagery of the greenery around the White House, fading and
yeah,
dying. It's just
but
particularly good image. I enjoy
before
that.
that, I think we do have this idea that you need basically a focus of the power to something close to your heart, and
And and that's where the ring
Alan
comes from.
chooses the wedding ring, which is very touching. Uh,
Mhm.
it's it's remembering that like no, this was a relationship, and that there was something there. I should also
Mhm.
say I was totally expecting we would have a coming out scene at some point, and I'm glad we don't. I'm glad that
Oh
this
yeah,
is
no.
just
Oh,
a
just that it's just treated as normal. Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
so I'm like, it's 2012. That's probably like they might try to ease into it. It's like, no, from the word go, this is
The
this is
character's
who he
gay
is.
and everyone knows it, and that's fine. We just go on with our day. It's good stuff.
Yes,
Um,
and
we
then
get a brief scene of Ellen saving some people by lifting up
from the
the
train
the
crash,
train. Yep.
and in the aftermath, immediately mourning,
Hmm.
uh, because we have to. I really hope that we hope that this doesn't just like that. This continues. This arc continues,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
like
and importantly, as Alan agrees, that's when we really focus in on the taking over of the Gray. I love the imagery of everything just dying around here and how it sort of morphs and begins taking over Washington D.C. specifically. And we see the rise of our avatar of the Gray. The Man of Gray is Solomon Grundy.
Solomon Grundy, which
Solomon
is
Grundy. I love this take on Solomon Grundy so much. My honestly, fuck it. I think in general, probably my favorite Grundy. Period. Alternate universe, mainline. It's my favorite. I think. I
I
love this
mean,
so
it's also
much.
interesting because and this is the fault of Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale that we associate Grundy so much with Batman.
Yeah, that's true.
Except he was originally a Green Lantern villain,
Mm-hmm.
like like it, an Alan Scott Green Lantern villain from the 40s. Like
Yep. Yeah.
this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I also just
Uh,
love the imagery of the siege of the United States government crumbling.
yep. Very
Largely
cool stuff.
because it's heavily largely implied to be the trouble of we didn't kick out the fascism the first time, and now it's only making it worse.
Crazy, huh? Um,
Crazy, huh?
but yeah, so I'll go
Um,
to Earth 2, number 4. First off, great
this
cover
cover,
featuring Hawkgirl.
I was
Um,
saying, yeah, this covers our Hawk Girl feature.
yep. Very cool stuff.
Because they're going to be they're our new Trinity, so to speak.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, hell, I mean, also a very cool point for this Trinity and a conversation we were having earlier. Like, Hawk Girl is a person of color in this. Alan Scott's a gay man,
yes,
and Jay Garrick's a himbo. You
a
got the full
himbo.
you got the full spectrum. You got the
Um, I also say it's uh, well, if you look at the original Justice Society lineup, a lot of dudes, a
yeah,
lot of dudes,
yeah.
like because obviously Hawk Girl is replacing Hawkman.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, that's the right choice.
That is the right choice.
Uh,
That is correct.
because you like, especially if you're not. Because I know Wonder Woman was also on the Justice Society because
Mhm.
she
And
debuted
I
in All
guess
Star Comics as well.
And I guess they could have done Wonder Woman here, but because and this is also a book, not just recreating the Golden Age, but also specifically trying to step away from those I guess more like big pillar DC characters.
Characters that everybody recognizes and everyone has such hard line preconceived notions as to who they are.
Yeah.
Because
Because there's
let's be
something that
honest,
go ahead.
before the only character to really get a well-regarded adaptation at this point was Hawk Girl in Justice League.
Yeah.
Um,
And even then
and
that was very much Shira Hall, not Kendra Saunders.
yeah, I was gonna say
Um
I was 90% sure that isn't this one. Like
yeah. Very, very, very different version of the character.
the Hawk,
Um
I can't say the Hawks because that thinks Hawk and Dove. No, but like the Hawk
yeah.
Man slash Hawk Girl slash Hawk Woman's. I know there are a bunch of them.
Yeah.
However,
uh
there is a problem of that their designs can be very similar. So I
Indeed.
don't remember which one is which.
Indeed.
Um,
Uh,
uh,
but uh, but yeah, yeah, it's cool to the way this book handles that. But anyway, so we go into issue 4 then. So let's talk about the
hey,
Atom,
hey
I guess.
guys. Yeah, I think what's fascinating is I think James Robinson thought that the New 52 was going to reintroduce Ray Palmer as the Atom.
Mm.
Uh, because
Oh yeah, this would have come up before Rhonda Pineda existed.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Oh yeah.
so it's obvious so we obviously go with Al. So this is Al Pratt, who is
Yeah.
the this is another one of those. Hey, these heroes have a. It's a. It's kind of wild that Jay and Alan didn't fall into the trap of total obscurity. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
especially Alan because Alan's got
I mean,
again.
I mean, at the end of the day, Adam just doesn't have the same name pool as Green Lantern and the Flash. So
No, but if you know the Atom, it's probably Ray Palmer. Like
yeah, exactly. And
Like,
hey, all the love to all five Ronda Pineda stands out there.
that is an overestimate, sir, and you know it.
But yeah, so we introduce the Atom in a very background sort of way, the way that he was found by the government.
Yeah, by the World
And
Army. The World Army, which is this international organization that's been using apocalypse tech for their own, I don't want to say nefarious purposes, because I
somewhat nefarious.
semi nefarious, but also it's a very early days unit from Doctor Who, right? Like
Yeah, and I get that.
there's
Yeah.
this edge. But there's also at least one person who's like genuinely a good person and trying to like genuinely having good motives in a system that's designed to eat him up and spit him out. Uh,
hmm
which does he gets introduced? I think either in this issue or in the next issue. He gets yeah.
I think there might be the next one, but
Might be the next one.
yeah, we see the Atom set up as a as being conscripted by the World Army, and he will be used by them somehow in this issue. Um,
Uh,
before cutting
it's also
over,
very very clear from when we flash forward to the present of him being airlifted in that he and Hawkgirl have some history. They
indeed.
got they got some history. Um,
But yeah, we cut back to DC with Grundy still consuming old life around him with the Gray. We have Flash and Hawkgirl arriving here, trying to make their way to the source of the destruction. Green Lantern on his way as well, and all of our heroes essentially.
Also, I love the one page of Alan realizing he can fly. Like, um,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and even then, like the flying is wonderful, but he still just can't obviously not think of Sam. Like,
yeah, yeah.
uh,
So we set up this idea of our heroes all sort of converging on the same place. Flash finds Grundy, so does Hawkgirl. They give him what for, but like there's this cool moment where he where they uh Hawkgirl hits him in the head, blows off a chunk of it, and like it immediately starts to like grow back. We see this Grundy first off as much more intelligent than mainline Grundy,
yes,
which is probably just what I really love about it. Also, just the idea of the Avatar of the Grey is just way cooler than guy that was brought back to life as a Zombo.
yeah. It's like guy. There's a reason you would choose this character as like your avatar of death because of the zombies, like the undead nature of the origin.
Mhm.
Uh, but also like there's this very much idea of that this is meant to be a fight between champions.
Yeah,
Um,
and that anyone
like
other than Green Lantern will not be enough. You know.
yes.
Um,
And it's also the use of the term Green Knight is very much harkening back to um I'd argue intentionally to Arthurian legend with Sir Gawain and the Green Knight,
yep.
um,
Yep. Yep.
which
Yep.
is uh, but like it also just leaves for a great Alan Scott entrance.
Yeah, yeah, the
Uh,
way he splits Grundy's head like that. Oh, so cool. Very, very cool. Um, and we get essentially this great big action sequence where Hawkgirl and Flash are flying around saving people nearby as Alan is left to fight Grundy on his own. Um, we have the Atom dropping in from an airplane to enter the fray, becoming big old Atom sized as he drops down there, recognizing Hawkgirl as well once he arrives. Um, he captures Hawkgirl, and
this
as everyone else is sort of thrown back, Grundy is pushed into the ground, and as the Atom faces off with our heroes, that is the cliffhanger leading us into Earth 2 number 5. Um, another great cover. I love Grundy. I love Grundy in this so much. I just as someone that just has never had any strong opinions about Grundy, the Earth 2 Grundy is where it's at, man. I love this guy.
there's
um,
well
just good shit.
it's the very it's the thing of Solomon Grundy as a character in modern comics works best where he's second or even third fiddle. Like,
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Um so yeah, definitely. But we go
uh,
into issue number 5. Let's talk about Oh, sorry, go
there's
ahead.
also I'd argue there's also some very interesting, like, they aren't doing, like, Robinson isn't committing to the ring, the powers don't work on wood, because,
Yes, thank fuck.
but is still tributing that with Grundy being able to Grundy as and the Gray being made out of this, like, dead wood, being able
Yeah.
to drain it. It's a nice update, and is a very different update to, say, Jeff Johns' well, actually, the problem with the color yellow was an impurity in the power battery and
Mhm.
the virus parallax, which is, you know,
It's whatever.
sometimes
It's fine. Yeah.
it's what is fine. But it's also very much a nerd getting power after thinking that, like, a weakness is kind of dumb, even if it is kind of dumb. Like, no, just you can have these dumb things. Like, we're gonna just tribute this as a thing. Um,
Yeah.
that I
Um but yeah, then we open issue 5 then. Let's talk about the Sandman. Wesley Dodds.
Yeah, hi
Wesley
Wesley
Dodds the
Dodds.
Sandman. Yeah. Uh
Or this
man.
Wes I do like the twist where it's Wesley Dodds and his Sandmen. Like,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
again,
Cool. Different take
there's
on it.
a different take, and just Robinson is doing this fascinating, almost commentary on Golden Age propaganda comics. It's like, these are like, the Atom and Wesley Dodds work for a world government that is shady. Um,
Mhm.
uh, Also, female president of the United States.
Yeah. Nice to see.
Nice to
Um
see. Does
yeah.
date this to 2012.
A little yeah. uh
Uh, and
yeah.
here's where we're introduced to a one of the book first lasting original characters.
Mhm.
This is Amir Khan, um, who is a general in the in the World Army,
Mhm.
very much trying to work at operations.
Yep.
Um,
Wesley Dodds is reporting directly to him about extracting the president and getting her to safety. Um, we'll catch back up with him a little bit later in the issue. Uh,
I think
at,
I'd argue. What I do love is you very much get this idea that he's very much a man who is in control of having to deal with different world governments and world leaders, and trying to keep them in line when he can, when there's an immediate crisis.
mhm.
Also, let's be honest. Can we just say, if this book debuted today, it would be decried as woke, as, like, woke propaganda, because,
Yeah, oh, definitely.
like, you know, it's a very diverse cast. And
Yeah,
it's like, it's an even more diverse cast than a lot of mainline DC books were at the time.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's more diverse than a lot of mainline DC books today.
yes,
um, yeah.
uh,
But anyway, we cut back to the Atom and the rest of our heroes as the Atom quickly becomes an enemy in all this. As we try to push off the World Army from getting involved in this. The
and of course, the
Atom,
World Army isn't making the situation any better. Like, they did not neutralize Grundy. They It was a mild inconvenience, because
yeah,
part of this is death is inevitable, and death is going
mhm,
to come for us all. Like,
mhm,
in the end.
yeah.
Uh,
Uh, and so like Grundy being this literally unstoppable force that even like fully consumes the Atom. In all these like dead trees. You see.
Grundy bursts out of the Atom's chest, like,
Mhm,
and starts to encase him.
yeah.
Because it basically wants to eat the world. Like, he just wants to make death come to the world quicker.
Mhm.
Um, and
Uh,
Alan Alan gets an idea. Um, and then we cut back to the World Army, where there's problem.
when yeah, one Terry Sloan is here
Is
to
being brought in, and Amir Khan clearly has history with this man, and knows that this man is fucking evil. Like,
yeah, yeah. Um, and so we establish that. We see more of Alan trying to take on Grundy himself.
I
Uh,
love Flash and Hawk Girl saving the Atom, and Jay just being like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm Jay. No, no, I'm the Flash. It's like
yeah, very fun. Um, we then
and
have
this
our
is also
heroes.
where we get like, there's some history between Kendra and Pratt, and they are, hmm, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Uh,
We get a moment of our heroes regrouping before Grundy gets back up again. I like these sort of like the way Robinson does action here is like these moments where we're able to like tear Grundy apart and we know he's going to come back together, but like we can sort of regroup and like and keep the action going by having these bits of
Keep it
dialogue in
kinetic,
between.
have the dialogue, and make sure it's also very good at like, okay, it's our characters are observing what's happening and trying to like piece together the information that they are given. It's a very
Mhm.
good way of portraying that thought process.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, definitely.
and also very much because we don't have like a Batman here of a super genius. We just have like people, like
Yeah.
normal people,
Mhm.
um, who have become superheroes. Um,
And then
like there is,
yeah, as as Grundy gets up, then Alan communes with the Gray, finds
because
himself.
Alan thinks he knows how he can defeat it by just communing with it, and if he dies, he says, "Then tell the world I died fighting for it." And
Yeah,
yeah, the two ways where we commune with the Gray is this
it's so
fascinating
cool.
descent.
Oh, I love the art. It's so good. And also there's a full on conversation between Alan and Grundy throughout this through like narration bubbles. It's very cool. Um,
Both versions of Grundy are a force of nature, but this is a Grundy with the force of nature who can villain monologue, and that
yeah,
is like
I
Grundy
don't.
is an eternal force.
Yeah, within the Gray, then a vision of Sam appears, and I don't know if this is a mistake in the printing in my trade, but it looks like it's on purpose. Look at around Sam's lips. Is there a bit of gray purposefully colored? Sorry, a bit of green purposefully colored in there? Is that a mistake in mine, or
That seems to be a printing error.
is that's not in yours?
It's not in mine.
Interesting.
No.
It's on the panel where Sam first appears, not that one.
Yeah, no, not that one. He is
Okay,
fully
interesting.
gray.
Okay, it might be a
Uh,
printing error in my trade then. Interesting. Whatever.
Listen,
Fascinating stuff. Unimportant. But yeah,
yeah. We get the quick cut-ins of Sloan is basically taking over the operations and is like, we're
mhm,
gonna, if we have to, we're gonna blow up DC with nukes.
yep.
And Amar
And
Khan is just like,
then
no, please don't. This is bad.
yeah,
More stuff outside because our final, like again, our final panel is just Alan
Alan fully
slowly,
giving into the gray, like as that vision of Sam is there to comfort him.
yeah,
Um,
and
yeah,
like you can't blame him because it's succumbing to grief. Like,
yeah. I like the way that one half of Alan's body is colored to be partially gray as he's
yeah,
getting
and
into.
it's not fully gray. That half is also like that half does have some green in it,
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah, yeah. No, I'm telling you, it's just this tiny ass thing. I'll send a picture to you later. It's really it's weird. Anyway, but that is the end of the issue, taking us into Earth 2, number 6. Um,
which feels
big
like
guy
this should be the cover
of the trade.
of.
Yeah, yeah. Very
I mean,
weird.
it's a terrible thing of I understand why it's not because they definitely were trying to get like people who were like, hey guys, n- new universe with the new Trinity that you guys love. It's Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. They're the protagonists of this book.
Yeah. The actual protagonists are way cooler.
Yeah,
Um,
honestly, yeah.
but yeah, so we get into our final issue for this first arc. We have Khan trying to stop Sloane's control the situation. All while we have our big action sequence with most of our heroes fighting the physical form of Grundy, while Alan is inside the gray with that vision of Sam. Um,
And the lettering boxes for Alan's internal monologue is that green becoming gray. It is this.
yeah, yeah.
It is a genuinely beautiful portrayal of grief of this monologue of "I have you again. I thought you were dead. That you were dead, but you're here. You're mine to hold again. My Sam. Um, I feel such joy, Sam. I feel no. I feel nothing. This isn't bliss, not life. This is this. It's this great like
Hmm.
juxtaposition because the situation in the land of the living is just getting desperate as all hell.
Yeah.
Um,
But I love, especially as Alan begins to break free of the illusion, the way that how the green returns to the imagery of the gray, the coloring is it comes directly from the ring.
yes.
That image, that symbol of Alan's love. Um,
And
uh,
I love that he never becomes fully gray, that it becomes just this muted green initial
yeah, that's cool. I really love that. Um,
uh
and yeah,
because
Alan
it's
Alan
void.
is.
It's it's a void. Part of it's also musing on just the fact that part of love is the fact that love isn't eternal. Like that
Mhm,
love is for the idea of till death do us part is that love will be until like at most until the end of life.
mhm,
Um, and then we got it's very sweet.
yeah. Uh, Alan is able
And
to break
Alan also then
free.
has an epiphany moment uh, at this point
Mhm,
in the gray, which is amazing for how we get to the conclusion because uh, retakes over and you know as the nukes are getting closer,
Alan
Alan
breaks free, takes.
grabs Grundy, immediately starts flying off into space. Hawkgirl and Flash have to run because, well, that's been dealt with. So
So the Atom
I'm
is still
just gonna,
following his orders.
yeah,
um, and so Alan and Grundy up in space. Alan grabs the nukes with
and
his first.
flings them further into space. It's like,
Is this
that
his
could be.
first proper construct? I think that's kind of
It's
funny.
his first construct with any real form because he's been doing some beams and things. Like
Mhm,
even then, it's still pretty. It's a still pretty primitive hand of like three fingers.
yeah.
Um, and
Yeah.
it's
Then
hey, why don't we just exile Grundy to the moon? Like,
yeah,
there's no
and
life there. They can just
yeah,
be all consuming on the moon.
yep.
And
And
I
so
love that as a
that's
conclusion. It's
yeah,
this
it's
it's
good
this
stuff.
great way of like being like, well, we can't kill our villain. We can push the problem and put it somewhere else where it can't hurt anybody.
Yeah. Um,
Uh,
and so the nukes are taken care of. Grundy's taken care of. Alan returns to Earth, and
falling down to earth and Kendra has to catch him.
yeah.
Uh,
Uh, and so Alan is able to, with his abilities, return some of the green to the Earth, um, and then fly away because yeah, he doesn't actually want anything to do with this. He's not actually. We see Alan not directly as a hero in the end here.
no, I mean part of it is also just like, let's be honest. I mean, and I have this in my notes. This has been a very bad day for the man. Like,
Yeah,
his
yeah.
fiance died
You
not
can't.
12 hours ago.
You cannot blame the guy.
Like, like he's like, I gave the Earth a booster shot. And over there's like, oh, we wanted we can be the new Trinity. This would be great. It's amazing. It's like, no, we're done. Goodbye.
Yeah. I'm out. Peace. Um, and that will take us, interestingly, into our second volume for today
Yes.
with the Tower of Fate, which opens. I believe. I'm hoping the Omni is done the same way. Opens on issue 0. Then.
Yes. What's
Yeah.
wild is in terms of publishing, issue 0 came out after issue 4.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Because that would have been when
I,
they did their big slate
yeah.
wide
And
0 issue thing.
and because I knew that going in, we were a little worried when I got the Omni because I was having trouble finding like the trades for a. Not, the early trades are easy to find. Some of the later ones were going to be tricky, and
Hmm.
also uh, it was going to take a while for them, even the early ones, to get here. Um, Wild to just do a flat our issue 0 flashback issue because this is it, Robinson is smart to make it about Terry Sloan.
Hmm.
But it would just break up the flow of that first arc.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, definitely. So we put it
Like
after the first arc, and here we have issue 0. Um, so Terry Sloan is sort of this mastermind behind a lot of what is happening within this world, and he has been doing this for a long time. So we flash back to the time of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
This is
Um,
6 years ago.
this is still
Also to note,
during.
because I have a feeling part of it is because they probably had to commission this very quickly as Nicholas Scott was planning out, the first arc in general.
Mhm,
Completely different art team. It's Tomas Giorello on pencils, and I think inks. The inker isn't credited. It's just a penciler.
mhm,
Um, but also Nathan Iring is on colors, because interestingly enough, a lot of the colors of Volume One were Alex Sinclair colors, which I
king
don't think we
shit. Oh my
commented
god, love
on.
Alex Sinclair, so good.
Yeah,
Um,
there were a couple of colors. Alex Sinclair, uh, uh, Pete Panazes, who's also a great colorist of this era, uh,
mhm,
just good, good art teams all around. Really solid art
yeah.
teams. Um,
Yeah. But so we have this first very different art style, but it still works. We flash back
it's a
essentially
harder art
to.
style because we're in Terry's perspective, and he's a villain. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he's
Um, it's good. We see the exploits of these of this Trinity alongside Terry decked out in his own little superhero costume. We see this all sort of like during the ongoing invasion of Apocalypse, them fighting parademons and other various villains throughout this time period. Um,
also established the heroes of who the heroes of this world are. Obviously, we have the three, or the Turnian, or the trio of wonders: Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
mhm,
We have Helena Wayne Robin,
mhm.
Selena Kyle Catwoman,
Yep.
Supergirl, and two others who I will refrain from mentioning now for reasons that all who know this world and the war will understand.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We're gonna put a pin in that,
We'll put a pin in
hopefully,
that.
because
We'll put a pin in
um
that.
yeah, 'cause it doesn't come up in this volume,
It
right?
does not.
Right?
No, no, no,
I
it
was
does
gonna
not.
say, like, it's
Nope.
not Endra and Dr. Fate, 'cause they
No.
are like post, right? Like I'm
Yeah, they're afterwards. Yep.
and it's obviously it's not Al or Dodds,
Nope.
it's
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see. We'll get there. But yeah, so we establish all of them. Uh,
we
uh,
established Mr. Eight as the eighth and final wonder.
mhm.
Um, and then it's like, oh, but surprise, actually, ha ha ha, I'm from a different dimension it completely.
Yep.
Like, oh, that's that's wild. Um, so here we are again. Also, Batman uses guns.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fun, interesting. Hmm. I wonder
Hmm.
if I wonder if a certain alley is not Crime Alley in Gotham City in this universe.
Jacob, I don't
Uh,
know what you could possibly be talking about. Um, so we see once again the destruction of all of this. We see the attack of Apocalypse. We see the deaths of our heroes once more,
we also see,
and
hey, Red Kryptonite is a thing in this universe. Like,
indeed it is. Indeed it is. Um, and we see Terry.
also, this is a universe where Lois Lane is dead, as like
Mhm,
had died, which is fascinating. It's like there's this idea of other dimensions, specifically, specifically, about what, like this is actually not quite our Earth 2 entirely. This is the eighth dimension
mhm.
that gets just totally incinerated.
Yep.
And Terry Sloan jumps to the ninth
Yep.
as Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman either die or possibly follow.
And we'll
Like
talk about that at a later point in
another
time.
time.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I will say, like, I have a note in my mind. I'm like, there might be an evil trinity coming at some point, or a very angry trinity.
Well,
Um,
we're gonna talk about things as they progress. Um, Obviously, that won't be important for much of the rest of the volume, but still. We then have DC Universe Presents number 0, another story from it, about Mr. Terrific. And it's literally just how did he get from Mainline Universe to Earth 2, and that's it.
as well as a little
That's
bit of a recap of his origin,
mhm. Yep,
and that he was also studying
and some
this ninth
foreshadowing of
dimension.
things to come as well. Um,
Yes.
yeah,
Um, well, there's this lovely idea that he knows the future, is going to possibly try to change it. I love Tom Derenick does the art on this. I love the two-page spread as it's hopping dimensions and we see the future.
yeah,
Like
yeah. It's good shit. Good, very good shit.
it,
Um,
it's a very good shit. It's honestly it's a very very good. Let's introduce Mr. Terrific because sadly his ongoing his
is no
ongoing
longer
wasn't
ongoing.
it's no longer ongoing.
And yeah, and that's all it is. It's literally just how did he get here, and Terry watching him, knowing who he is ahead of time, and that being that. But otherwise, I guess let's get back to the main issues of this with Earth 2 number 7. So we see the world reacting to the news of everything that has happened with Grundy, with the arrival of these new heroes. Reports are coming in, and then oh god, I really love this transition. There's reports of Alan Scott being still alive after the train crash, and I love the report. So after a few anxious moments yesterday, when we feared the worst, all of us at GBC are glad to report that Alan Scott is
Scott is
fine.
fine, juxtaposed with a cracked mirror with a Alan Scott who, well, I will just read my notes. He is not. He is a hot mess.
Yeah.
Like, oh, buddy. Like, he's
Maybe Zack.
isolated himself.
Wait a second. Maybe Zack Snyder did read this damn book. This looks just like the Martian Manhunter scene at the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League,
Mm-hmm.
when
Mm-hmm.
Hawkgirl
Oh
lives.
no.
That's crazy, huh?
And there's some stuff in that Zero issue for Batman that looks like Nightmare Batman.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like aesthetically, I'm like, I don't know if he's ever said it publicly, but I feel it. Like
You
there's
know, I'm trying to wonder. Hmm. Is he maybe the reason why the Steppenwolf stabbing Wonder Woman panel is so popular?
I think he is. I think
He
he
might be.
is.
He might be.
Because
Yeah. Huh. I don't know. I don't know why that gets around so much. I just know that that panel gets shared relentlessly, or at least it
I think
did
some of
for a
it is
time.
because like in the main continuity, Steppenwolf is kind of a joke.
Yeah. Oh
Like
yeah. Yeah. Steppenwolf is nothing.
like as with a
Yeah.
decent chunk of like part of the things about the new gods is they're kind of petty bitches who are bickering. Like that's what
Yeah.
Kirby's doing.
Yeah.
Um like it, it's hard it's difficult to make it play as much with the dark and gritty. Whereas
Yeah.
this Steppenwolf is dark and gritty warmonger man. Talk more
Yeah.
about that in issue 8. Um
Yeah. Yeah, we have a scene with Hawkgirl here, and Alan, as they're just very much trying to like grapple with how the world has changed. Kids are
Also, Hawk
realizing there's
Girl,
an Alan.
smart enough to be like, it's like train crash in China, one you just happened to miss. Crash nevertheless, where the first sighting of the Green Lantern was reported. 2+2, like, not to mention
Yeah.
your height, your physicality. Honestly, I've had horror mysteries to solve. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. um, and yeah.
and she introduces herself as Kendra Munoz Saunders,
Yep.
and Alan Scott has heard about her. She was an archaeologist.
Mhm.
That it's like, no, I'm a treasure hunter. Um, was a glorified tomb robber. We get some hints to her backstory that she was in a tomb somewhere and somehow got these wings, and we'll get more revealed as the book goes on.
Indeed. Um, yeah. Our heroes eventually part ways with a bit of a standoff.
Well, not entirely. There's this really nice understanding of like, um, like Kendra gets that he's in grief.
Mhm.
Um, pulls this wild card of like, thing is, without that ring, Jade, power of the earth within you or not, you're just a target. And she shoots the ring off his finger into a photo of Sam, like
Yep. And then
as
disappears.
this,
Like, first of all, just a cool moment.
as
But
this great, like for it. So this is also very much. This is very much like cleanup, like
mhm.
very like. Don't get me wrong, very good cleanup and very helpful to start like piecing some things together because um uh Amar Khan goes in front of the World Council basically to be like I refuse to have Sloane stay, and the World Council is like, too bad. You could resign if you'd like.
Yep.
Um, I
Immediately
wouldn't
after, Sloan is there to like rub it in his face,
rub it
basically.
in his face and be like, well, I'd like us to stay professional and co-workers. I'm not evil at all.
I love him.
Also, stop digging into my totally evil plans.
um, we then get a
I love
scene.
how it also ends with it's like, you have a hidden base. I don't know, Amar, do I? Sloan, I can honestly say I have absolutely no idea. And
uh,
John has figured
uh,
out that the hidden base is in fact in Paris, so he
Indeed.
sends in the Sandmen.
Yep.
Uh,
Uh,
and
Mr. Terrific is there. Uh, and they the Sandmen work together to take down Mr. Terrific, take him in.
mainly because
Um,
Mr. Terrific is there basically as prisoner.
mhm.
Like he's been brainwashed by Terry Sloan. Like
Yeah.
he's in service.
Mhm.
We also get some hints at Red Tornado. In Japan.
Woman Red Tornado. It's important that the robot has tits. Remember that. Um, uh,
Well, I mean, hey. The Golden Age was kind of a dude fest,
yeah, no.
so
This is understandable. I'm here for big-breasted robot rights.
yeah,
But
we
I
could
just
have maybe, we maybe could have not done such a semi-sexualized design. The robots don't need tits.
go ahead,
Uh,
Jacob. Call the robot sexy one more time.
no, I said sexualized. Different words.
Yes. But yeah, so we have that. We have Khan walking out on Sloan, eventually going to talk with Wesley Dodds. Um,
Uh, I really like that Wesley Dodds might be on the side of good at the
yeah,
end of the
yeah.
day. It's
Mhm.
let's be honest. Wesley Dodds at this point had a very popular run in the '90s with Sandman
Mhm.
Mystery Theater. Like
Yes, yeah.
that was really popular.
Yep, yep,
Um,
yep.
and like with the death of Vertigo in the New 52, I know that a lot of people were kind of disappointed of a lot of like books get like long running books and characters getting neglected. Like
Yeah, yeah.
the big Vertigo characters who made like let's be honest, the big Vertigo characters who made it over to the New 52 were Swamp Thing, Animal Man, and Constantine, pretty
And these
much.
guys
Like
were already conceived as DC characters, you know?
yeah, like
Yeah,
they all predate Vertigo. Like the closest
yeah.
one that doesn't, I guess, is Constantine.
Well, he was still pre-Vertigo because he was still during Alan Moore Swamp Thing.
Yeah, so like
Yeah, so um,
it's a little like these are like it's but like but Wesley Dodds is a golden age character, and let's be honest, outside of that '90s run, nobody cares about any Sandman that's not Dream of the Endless for
yeah. You know
and
what? I'm told the miniseries he had, I think like 2 years ago, was actually pretty sick, and I do want to check it
I
out.
I well, it's a terrible thing of DC started to revive Vertigo characters and things, and
Yeah.
now
Well, that was the thing. They had that big push back when Jeff Johns' JSA started, like 2 or probably 3 years ago now, honestly. Um, No, oh my god, it might be 4. That book took so long to come out. But no,
Because
so
Jeff Johns
but
after
but
the New 52 can't seem to get a book out on time. Color me
but
shocked.
at that time there was that big push. They did a one shot called The New Golden Age. They did Jeff Johns' JSA. There were 3 miniseries, one for Jay Garrick, one for Alan Scott, and one for Wesley Dodds.
Yes. And I
And
remember the Alan Scott one was also pretty popular, if I remember.
the Alan Scott one I did read. That was excellent. I really really loved that. Um, uh, but like and that all got dropped. I mean, we do thankfully currently have JSA by Jeff Lemire, and that's really good. I'm really enjoying that. But whatever. Anyway, end of the issue. We go into Earth 2 number 8. 8, yeah, 8. What a cover.
What a cover.
What a cover. So let's talk about Steppenwolf, and let's take a pretty big sidestep from what a lot of the rest of the book is doing.
It's kind of notable that issues 7 and 8 are the issues I have the least amount of notes on, probably, but because a lot of it is. I don't want to just say, oh, they're set up for things that are going to come later, because there's substance here. This is set up with substance.
Yeah,
that's what makes it work. Like
Mhm.
Steppenwolf has been brought into the country of Darien under King Marov. He is
all of these names are unimportant because they will all be dead by the end of the issue.
They will be dead by the end. Yeah. I do find the image of Steppenwolf in that ridiculous fucking armor.
It's so funny. Well, here's the thing: Steppenwolf always looked ridiculous without the helmet because he's just a dude. He just looks like a dude.
Yeah, but this design in particular is, I think, a special. It understands the silliness of a Jack Kirby design.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Because it's not a Jack Kirby design. Let's be clear. But like, it's silly. It's silly.
Be silly.
Like this is a Hulk of a man standing around by yes men who are like, yes, I will. We're basically expositing things that people already know, that you can't get back to your dimension. No, but I've at least been enjoying the Earth as my home with the food. I wish it was. I hate that Batman closed the planet Earth off from the rest of the universe. But also, so Wonder Woman had a daughter.
Yeah, by the name of Fury.
So I've got to ask: is this universe's Donna Troy? Like,
I wouldn't call her Donna Troy necessarily.
I mean, early Donna Troy was either younger Wonder Woman or daughter of Wonder Woman, depending on who you ask.
Yeah. It's certainly a play on that idea, but she's certainly not Donna Troy as you.
No, this is the most radical reinvention of like an earlier established hero, quote unquote. Also, the cover is so clearly playing up its possibility of, is Wonder Woman back into evil? Question mark.
Yeah.
I'm like,
which I guess is
smart,
kind of true.
Kind of true. Not really. Smart marketing, nevertheless.
Yeah. And so, so we have Steppenwolf and Fury. Fury is here working for Steppenwolf. They are killing all of these guys that have employed Steppenwolf because he is just going to take over this country himself.
He's going to take over this country. We should note, this takes, I think, a couple of days because it's happening concurrently with issues 9 through 12.
Yeah.
Like, this is... I will say, I'm glad that, they didn't do, we are going to keep issue 8 and move it to volume 3 for some reason.
Yeah. It makes sense to have here because that's what it would be published as at the time. It's just Steppenwolf taking over this country. It is Fury at his side. They succeed. Steppenwolf claims himself king, and they say they must prepare for something.
It's also next step. We've got to take over the world.
Yep. And that's all the issue is. It's simple. It's not bad. It's good setup.
It's good. It's possibly the reason I didn't love this volume as much as the first one, because
it's just not as focused.
I didn't tell you this. I read the last 4 in one sitting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, here's the thing. This is a book that is technically 8 issues. And the first 4 are 0 issue, DC Universe Presents, issue 7, which is kind of an epilogue to the first volume, and then there's this, and then there's a more focused arc with the last 4 issues.
Yes, a
So
focused arc, and it's a well. Let's be honest. This is an arc like this last 4 issues. It's the you know we should probably give Jay Garrick his own arc. Like
yeah, and so
not to say Alan isn't important in this arc. He
of
does
course,
stuff in the
yeah.
background in investigating Sam's death and
Mhm.
revealing it to. There's a big twist about it that ooh, I I need to see where this goes because
Yeah. Yep.
um
But yeah,
this is
Earth
Earth
2
2
number
number
9.
9.
Yeah. Let's hop in. So we have Kendra early on here. Um
Speaking with a
gathering
man called Khalid,
mhm.
who
uh
is a colleague, and well, this is where we're gonna kind of go into some madness. Because Kendra has to be a hero because of the wings.
mhm.
But well, it's pretty clear. This is our Doctor Fate, and
Yeah.
he had they were talking about that he was chosen by Naboo or Naboo, I don't know, and he's the one who foretold that you would meet Jay Garrick in Poland. But I also banished the helmet somewhere because it's terrifying and it's
Mhm.
awful
That's right.
and like
I was sorry, I had to do some research for a second. I had to remind myself that this character was technically brought over into mainline, this version of Doctor Fate. This
is he
technically
really?
technically this version of Doctor Fate, he shares a first name with the Doctor Fate that was made like right after Convergence. Khalid, I think Nasor was his last name. He was a kid. He's a kid that got the Helm of Fate. I had that whole run. It was so good. I'm a huge fan of it. But
Because let's be honest, arguably, because Golden Age, there's a bit of Orientalism in Doctor Fate with just
yeah, oh, of course,
this
yeah. Yeah.
like so. Hey, we have a Middle Eastern character,
Mhm.
um, and a and a non-white hot girl. Like these are important.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, definitely. Um, and so yeah, so we have her meeting with him. Gathering. So I like the literal weapon cabin they have found themselves in. Very fun setting. Hucker gets a
It's
bazooka, which is
implied
very
to be
good.
Kendra's that
Yes,
somehow she has this like bungalow in Louisiana
she's
outside of New
just so cool.
Orleans.
She's so cool. The scene ends with her
Uh,
firing a bazooka. It's pretty great. Um, but yeah, we
we then
then
cut back to Lansing, Michigan, where Jay Garrick. It's just like I need to tell my mom that I'm okay. He
yeah,
doesn't realize he's being followed by poor Khalid.
yeah.
And
Um,
uh, this is where the issue kind of becomes a farce, and it's like it's almost a screwball comedy of,
Kinda,
"Oh,
yeah.
Jay, I'm so glad you're home." But I knew you were safe when your friend Wesley came. Your friend Dodds came. I was like, Dodds? What? I don't know. Oh, like
There's also a really great comedy in the kind of superhero that doesn't really care about hiding his secret identity from his family, and it's just like, yeah, no, I have superpowers. Like that's gonna come up a little later in this, and I like how just casual Jay is about that because like he truly does not know what to do with these powers.
he really
um,
doesn't. He is
um,
so dumb. He's an
so fun.
idiot.
He's
It's
so fun.
really funny. It's
Yeah.
like it's like oh,
Um,
like
it's
the atom bursts, destroys the fucking house.
yep. We have the arrival of the
World
Royal
Army is
Army.
there, and James is
Uh,
like, well, shit.
yep.
Um,
Wesley Dodds is there as well. He threatens
this is
Jay's
the first time we
mom.
get like a full costume tribute to the original look. Like we've
Yeah,
had the
yeah,
mask before, but it doesn't cover the full face. But you add like there's this one panel where we add a hat and trench coat, and it
yep,
like really
yeah.
does look like a cool like modern update of that. Let's be honest. I love the Golden Age Sandman design. Like you can
It's a
drop
great
that thing
design.
in a
Yeah,
modern comic and it still kind of works.
which they do that all the time. Yeah,
Yeah, and they do like the only thing they really do here is, well, kind of just let's just swap the color palette for like some darker colors to fit
Yeah.
in with the world army. Like
Yep. Yeah.
it is really really interesting with where Earth 2 decides let's update designs. You can see tributes like to the old designs with like
Mhm.
with
Well, pretty much everyone except for like the
Jay.
Atom. The Atom's the only one that I really can't see the original design in.
I
Other than I guess the color scheme, the black and white, like or the black and yellow. So I don't know.
yeah,
But yeah,
I sorry. Part of me is I don't know if this is going to be a hot take.
the Atom's
I
not
don't
a
like.
particularly interesting character.
No, I was going to say the Golden Age Atom design is kind of bland.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. I'm never
I
just
actually quite like Al Pratt as a character in this. Like, I think he's actually great.
he's decent. He's probably the hero, the quote unquote hero that slips through the cracks the most in when it comes to
Yeah. Well,
characterization.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's a character who mainly serves the purpose of being part of another character's story. Like,
Yeah.
that is clearly dramatically what's happening. It's very nice that it's a man for a woman this time. Like,
Yeah.
it's serving
Yeah.
for a woman's story. When so often it's our female our female character who has romantic feelings that is the service to a man. It's a
Yeah.
nice little switch up there.
Yeah.
Uh,
But Khalid interferes, attacks Wesley to like give Jay a
a
distraction.
branch. This is a I'm like I Well, because part of this idea is that like Jay Garrick just kind of inspires goodness in people because he
Yeah.
cares.
Yep.
Like
It's a good idea.
he's kind of just this aimless wreck of a man, but he's also like I do care.
Mhm.
Um, it's like we slap you, and then
Jay gets an
it's almost like
opportunity to get his mom and Khalid to safety.
but before getting like two steps, they teleport away.
Yep.
Poof. Like it's this great wait. Like of course, like what just literally like what the just happened? What?
Yeah. It's very
How do we
fun.
report this? Because now we are in a creepy landscape.
Mhm.
Um,
We have a great cliffhanger then of introducing our villain for this arc. A witch by the name of, I shit you not, Wotan. Um,
Wotan
so
tempted. I was very
see
tempted to try to
see
do a Wotan impression for
yeah.
my bit intro, but I was like,
See, this is why more people should read this book, specifically Jamie, who I'm sure is listening to this right now. Because Jamie, you could have made a Wotan joke and you didn't even know it.
yes,
So anyway,
Jay, because Doctor Fate is required. Bring him here.
yeah, totally. We go into Earth 2 number 10 then, which is the cover of the second trade, which I find interesting. There's probably I don't know, maybe a better option somewhere in there.
I think it's a really good choice because it doesn't give too much away.
That's
Um,
fair. I don't know. I feel like with the title for the trade being the Tower of Fate, I would have chosen like issue 11,
uh,
which is just the Doctor Fate cover feature. But
That's true, and a
Doc-
really cool variant that's also included. Well, oh no, that's just the wraparound
yeah,
that they include.
God,
Well,
if
yes, but I
yeah,
think I think it's chosen because I think they wanted Volume 2 to at least have.
the main
They wanted
heroes in
our
the
main
cover.
characters because that first one is still the bait and switch. It's like, no, we need to give these characters
Yeah.
their time to shine.
Yep.
Um,
But we go into number 10 then. We open on a flashback to Kendra and Khalid 2 years ago.
Hmm, hmm, hey! Who's the Tomb Raider fan here?
I was gonna
Like,
say big Lara Croft vibes from
I'm like,
from Kendra.
is it?
Yeah.
It could very. It's very likely. It's likely it's both Nicholas Scott and James Robinson.
Yeah.
Um, I.
um yeah,
But like,
super fun.
hmm, yeah, no, that is just Laura Croft. Um,
Yep. And we have this flashback of them doing some literal tomb raiding.
and
I
I love just this idea that like they got their powers because they fucked up and disturbed something that shouldn't have been disturbed.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, Kendra already had the let's see, wait, did she already have? Oh no, this is where she gets the link. That's right. Sorry, I just love the structuring of the last full page where Khalid is reaching for the helm, and you have I love the silhouetted hawk girl back there with the wings outstretched. Just looks really cool. Great page. But we jump
Because
back to
well, that's happening with Khalid. Kendra is getting the wings. It's thing.
yeah, yep.
Also,
Um,
Wotan beautifully like camp villain monologue. Like
yeah. Oh, first off, a great design, and yeah, full on. You can't villain monologue. Very fun. Jay's mom is being ridiculous throughout this whole thing. She's so funny. I love her. um, uh, and we
and
get this.
it's like you see I am like it's impossible to attain Nadabu's power, but I intend to do this very thing. Well, no, not that I believe anything that's said about magic in this Naboo fellow, Mr. Wotan. Uh,
So
it's like
funny.
no,
Um,
she's very Midwestern mom. Like
yeah,
Lansing,
yeah.
Michigan is in Michigan. I imagine it's an almost like pseudo Canadian accent. That pseudo
Oh
Canadian accent
God,
of
yeah,
like.
totally. But we think of a
Also, Wotan rejects Mister, which is
mhm.
important because technically this is a gender fluid villain. Like,
Yeah, yeah. God, this book was ahead of its time. My God, like, oh,
my
so
God,
good. Anyway, fight sequence with Jay and Wotan. Jay's no match for
mainly
Wotan.
because Jay's like, yeah, we can work this out. Can you just send my mom back, please? Like, please, don't get her
Yeah,
involved. It's my
yeah.
mom. Like,
Of course, Jay's no match for Wotan.
just
And we then,
magic.
yeah,
Uh,
we then get Khalid putting on the helm. Sorry, describing him putting on the helm for the first time. Um, and we get this great sort of flashback. Some more
this
monologuing.
amazing exposition of just the Tower of Fate as an idea of like
Mhm.
this test of magic, and that there is a great beast inside of it. Uh, Also, Wotan represents an anonymous group interested who desire like Naboo's power.
Mhm.
Um,
Every time
and
you
it's like
say Naboo, like Naboo, I just keep thinking of the Star Wars planet Naboo. Um, anyway, uh, but yeah, we are inside. I love the design, also the interior of the tower when they're actually inside. Just it looks so
yeah, it's
fucking
like
cool.
it's we get so much exposition. We then plop our characters in the tower. We've got Jay and Khalid in the Tower of Fate. It is an MC Escher painting,
Yeah,
like
yeah, it's sick.
obviously.
Yep, love
Uh,
it. Um,
and then we decide, okay, let's actually take a little minute to step back briefly and go back to Alan, who
is
missed
visiting,
Sam's funeral, like,
yeah, and is
which is just because
visiting his grave.
his
Um,
grave and Sam's father. And
who is
I,
homophobic? Well, is
well,
homophobic in a like he in that he is disapproving
it
of
is.
um
It's it's a very real experience of someone who clearly has internalized homophobic biases,
mhm.
but also very much did love his son. Pro- Even if Alan was a woman, probably wouldn't have improved because of the American thing. There's definitely some like
Yeah,
world superpowery stuff at play.
yeah. I especially like the line, the would I prefer my son gay and alive or dead and gone?
Or
I
I just love I love what follows with that. Of course, my answer is the former. I'm not a monster, and I admit, even to my disapproving eyes, it was clear how happy you made him.
yeah, yeah.
It's because that very much layers this man as maybe a little homophobic, but also
I don't know.
clear
He just acts like an actual fucking human, you know? Like that's
a
like
human.
there,
There's also
there's
the
a
argument to be made. Maybe he just didn't like. It's very possible he just didn't like Alan Scott the person.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because he's a parent, and
Yeah,
parents want their kids to be with someone who's good for them.
yeah.
And
And
Alan,
and also just importantly, like people can be complicated. They can have more than one feeling. You know, I mean, these are characters we're talking about. These are comic book characters, of course. So we, you know, things must be
These
simplified
also
at least a
here's the
little
thing.
bit.
These are characters. They are not real people.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, yeah. Anyway, just a great scene, a really great scene. I really love it.
Especially because then we well, it's this is where we then get the reveal where it turns out that there were just these rumors that that train derailed, not to kill you, Alan. It was to kill Sam.
yep.
Um, and of course, this sets Alan off on a vengeance quest. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. And
so
then,
that he then goes to find Kendra.
mhm,
And then he's like, I actually do need your help.
yeah.
Um,
Um,
and we're gonna pick up back up on that in a
yeah.
little bit because
First off, a fucking gorgeous two-page spread of another very Escher-esque painting of Jay and Khalid just traversing the tower. It looks so fucking cool.
yeah.
I also just love full pages like this that imply movement through character placements in various places to like show like where
Yes.
they're traveling to, and using the speech bubbles very smartly in that same respect.
Very smartly, so your eye on both sides, your eye kind of just naturally curves with them. Like it's
Yeah,
really,
it's
really smart.
so well designed.
I love this idea of Jay as like I didn't seek out being a hero. I just
Mhm.
happened to be in a place like Mercury didn't
Yeah,
have a choice. He could have probably chosen someone better, even though Khalid is like, no, he chose well. Like,
yeah,
um, and it's like this is loose magic, everything weird, and it just builds and builds, and then suddenly, bam, the great beast as our cliffhanger. Like
yeah. Great design. I love that this red demon thing. Very cool.
the
Uh,
cliffhangers in this arc, I found really do creep up on you. You're like,
yeah. And always makes sense though is the important part. You know. But we go into Earth 2 number 11. My favorite cover of this arc.
yes,
I just love Earth 2 Doctor Fate's design. It looks so fucking cool.
yeah.
Um,
Also, on the wraparound, hi, Mr. Miracle.
yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Yep.
It's a shame you're only here for a teeny tiny little bit because I feel like you're going to be important in the uh, next arc, most likely. Like,
We'll see.
because
We'll see.
we'll see.
Yeah. Um, also interesting that Fury's there. She's not actually in this arc in this issue, is she?
Uh, she
Does she have a small? I can't remember now.
she has a tiny appearance. She's in like 3 panels on
All
one
right.
page.
Oh, there we
Like,
go. That's something, I guess.
here's the thing:
Um,
she technically appears more than Mr. Miracle and Big Barda do in this.
yeah,
In this issue.
that is fair. That is fair. But we open this issue on a flashback to centuries past, as it says, discovering
So
the
yeah,
origins of
Wotan was a
Wotan.
woman.
Yeah,
Like, and fascinatingly, Nabu didn't curse Wotan to be a man. Reincarnation just happened. It's no, curse him to be green.
yeah.
Um,
That is the great curse. You must be green.
he must be green,
You must be
like a
green.
froggy ferny cabbage. The baby is unnaturally.
Oh my god. Um so good. But yeah, we have Wotan is monologuing this to Jay's mom. Uh we
And
get this whole
Jay's mom is
backstory.
still just like Midwestern mom of like, wait, why am I like, guys? I'm not a superhero. I am just a mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Uh we go back then into the Tower of Fate. Jay and Khalid are being chased by the Great Beast. Some very fun action there before eventually sort of slowing down on these grand staircases, on this grand staircase, and being met by a big ass chessboard inside the tower. Very fun
yeah.
stuff.
Well, it's
Great
very much like
imagery.
they're gonna split up. Jay is gonna cry and keep the beast at bay
Mhm.
while Khalid goes to find the helm.
Yep.
And giant chessboard.
Jay's attacked by the Great Beast.
Beast. Oh,
Um,
well, all this we are cutting back to Jay's mom, who's still just like slinging how proud she is of her son. It's like, nah, you're not gonna win.
Yep.
Heart of gold
Um,
on this woman.
yeah,
Balls of steel.
yeah.
Uh,
Um, yeah, Jay's attack for the Great Beast. We had a small scene with Steppenwolf and Fury. Just
Basically being like, I need you to go to Gotham and bring me Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. Also
yep,
implying that Gotham has been sieged by kaiju.
yep. Pretty great image. I love that full page.
Yeah, one of my complaints here. Hey, James Robinson, you can't just tease me with kaiju in Gotham City with Mr. Miracle and Big Barda and leave it
Well,
at a single page.
I know. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Actually, no, thinking about it, these two pages is probably why they didn't do the trade thing of bumping issue 8 to like the next volume or something, because this is directly part of this issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you have Fury. You wouldn't know who Fury is. Uh, yeah.
But yeah. We then go back to the Tower of Fate. We have Khalid finding the helm, going to put it
Specifically
on.
talking with Naboo.
Hmm.
Sort of how they are kind of similar and they are kind of meant for each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's very interesting that
Uh,
Khalid was inspired by Jay Garrick
mhm.
because Jay,
Again, Jay
like,
inspires people. Like, that's yeah, to be
yeah.
better. Um,
So if I can be like him, let it be my fate.
mhm,
So killing the Great Beast um as our big Doctor Fate reveal in a
mhm.
beautiful, beautiful
God, I love that
final
reveal page so
page.
much. It's such a good page. God, Nicholas Scott's so good. Um, we then go to our final issue for today, Earth 2, number 12. Very fun, actiony cover, and mostly a pretty actiony issue because we take the fight to away from the tower, away from this sort of swampy land that we've been in this whole arc, and we go to the city, and we get this action sequence with
I love the
uh,
lettering on the title page of the two fighters whom eyewitnesses confirm were referred to as Doctor Fate and his foe Wotan in a
yep,
war of spells and hexes.
very fun.
SCNT clearly is having some fun with like the I get to classic Golden Age lettering.
Yep.
Uh, like
Uh, Yeah, well, we do the same thing, of course, with the heroes on the following pages with the Green Lantern reveal and the Flash one. Very fun stuff. We do get a small flashback then to how we got to this point.
how we
Uh,
it's the I bet you're wondering how we got here. Uh,
yep,
Mainly action, Jay
yep,
saving his mother.
yeah. It's a very simple last issue. There's not too much to write home about with it. It looks very pretty, and
Not too much to write home about. It's a very good last issue. Like it's a
it
good
is. Yeah. Oh yeah.
conclusion.
Yeah. Of course. Oh yeah. It's very good.
It's
Yeah.
satisfying. It's very much the thing of Khalid, who's it's Jay's arc of confidence has just been steadily building, and this is just a nice, good way to build. Khalid's arc of accepting himself as you know Doctor Fate that peaked at the end of the last one. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
now just the
And so
resolution
yeah,
from
so
that
it's a well deserved action sequence. We do get one little cutaway in the midst of all of this with Kendra and Alan
with
investigating.
that whoever killed Sam has also been collecting dead parademons.
Yep.
Uh,
So
it's very
more.
likely that we have like Eddie Kai Lung might be a mobster who may know something we don't know
Mhm,
because well Boston is attacked by Wotan and we're doing this amazing final issue. Also,
yeah.
like it's like we're just gonna disintegrate this wizard like
Yep.
disintegrate him
I like visually the spell that is that Wotan is consumed by looks very cool. I just like that sort of dragon dog like imagery. Very fun stuff. And finishing off Wotan and sort of wrapping up with one last little scene with our heroes at a costume hanging together. Well, minus Khalid, of course, got to be full Doctor Fate regalia. But no, would
yeah
you?
very specifically in a bill in the in a home of of Alan Scott in New York. Um, and what's nice where it's like, well, why don't we just make this our new base? Like Alan is kind of committing to being a hero.
Mhm.
Uh,
And and
and
yeah,
it's like, oh, after, and Hawkgirl can join us after I go back to China to get her. Oh wait, there's a problem.
yep, they learn
Uh,
of Steppenwolf's king status and have decided to go do something about it, and that will be where eventually we pick up with the series eventually. But hey, that is the end of our coverage for today of Earth 2, The Gathering, and the
yeah,
Tower of Fate. Um, uh, Jacob, I know you really enjoyed
yeah.
this, but just any sort of final thoughts
Um,
to add to this?
Honestly, I love how accessible this thing is. Like,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
really damn accessible. Um, I There is often a criticism if you start to race bend characters, and it's a very valid criticism. If you do it willy nilly, especially if you're a white writer, and I I I think James Robinson is white.
I think I. That's the problem with comic writers is I never know what most of them look like.
Yeah. Uh,
uh, Comic writer, white.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. He's a white guy. Um, he's very British. Um, it can be done with care, and there can often be implications to the race bend,
Hmm.
like really bad ones. But I think here it's largely done with care and understanding of like some of it is we're trying to use it to rectify some of the cultural insensitivity and the racism. Just 'cause let's be honest, there's a lot of racism baked into the golden age. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Definitely.
it's it, people may like to like weasel around it. Um, it's part of just existence, and a lot of the racism and white supremacy baked into the fabric of the United States as a country,
Yeah,
and
and importantly, like
comics as in
ta- talking.
American medium.
Yeah,
Uh,
and talking about it, acknowledging those things isn't trying to make some kind of revisionist history. And certainly changing the characters in the way that we do in a book like this isn't affecting that either. Those comics still exist the way they do, and we can still acknowledge that there were problems with those things that were we given
and we
another
can be trying to do better.
yeah,
Uh, Also,
give it another
really,
crack at it, we can do something else.
also just really, really nice. Have a New 52 book that is just a solid character focused book. Like,
Yeah, it's
really
nice. It's
good.
nice.
Uh, it knows what it wants to be and it does it. And because and I'd argue because, it's doing these Golden Age characters, there probably wasn't as much stringent editorial oversight of,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely. You can get away with a lot more when you're writing obscure characters.
yeah. Uh,
Not that
I
I want,
don't,
not that I want characters like Alan Scott and Jay Garrick to be obscure. Small tangent. I was talking about this with my brother recently. I was like, we talk a lot about how you can never really change the status quo of characters like Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent and stuff like that in modern comics. We had a beautiful little period where Dick Grayson was Batman, and then the New 52 happened. But to me, like I love Green Lantern a lot, and Green Lantern exists in like the perfect level of like obscurity to like actually do big swings like that and have them stick. And characters like Alan Scott, of course, even more so. I don't know. I just find that really interesting.
yeah, it's,
But whatever. Um, yeah,
but this is a time where editorial was Dan DiDio,
yeah.
and Dan DiDio
A Burger
had his
King.
had his hands in a lot for often worse.
Yeah,
Um, so it's nice that this is here.
yeah, yeah,
It's also just it's also clearly done with love
yeah. A lot of love for what it's working off of.
for these characters, and I'm glad that it's sort of quietly pushing the boundaries
Mhm.
of representation, especially for 2012, because like Gail Simone's Batgirl rightly gets praised for Elisa Yao. Um,
Mhm.
but I think this could also get some praise for really really centering a
Taking big
queer main
swings.
character.
Yeah, with pre-established characters is the thing. Like Alicia is amazing, but it is an original character to that run.
Yes,
Um,
but also important to have original characters who are queer. Like it's important to have both.
of course,
Like
yeah, yeah. And I think and changing a character willy nilly, like you mentioned before, can be can be tricky water. I have my own thoughts on Tim Drake. But
I mm, mm,
it's
I don't know.
it's not it's not the fact that he's bi. I like that. It's what they've actually done, or rather have not done with it.
It's the
Uh,
fact that that it seems like, hey, it looks like Matt Fraction might actually be doing some stuff. Like,
I've heard this song and dance before, Jacob. Anyway, that's a great note.
let me cope, please. Let me
I
cope.
I shall not be fooled again, my friend. All right.
You don't want to be hurt again.
That'll close us out for today. Jacob, it's time. Let's do this. Let's do this, my boy.
Yes.
We've got an episode to throw out some guesses on. So we've got another Elseworlds episode coming up next. There's a guest on it. And that's about it. What do you got for me, my friend? What do you think is coming next?
I have 4 guesses, and a lot of these are just throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks, because
Okay.
mostly because it's Brian, and I'm like, I feel like we might be
Mhm.
doing something a little darker because it's Brian.
Mm.
So maybe like Deceased or DC versus Vampires or
Ooh.
Injustice Year One. I feel like those could be going to like darker-ish territory. I don't know.
Okay.
It's hard. And then my other one is just maybe it's Dark Knights of Steel.
Okay.
Um,
Brian is a
gonna
fantasy
throw
guy.
that.
That's fair.
Yeah, Brian's that's. But I could also see Kess being a fantasy person, and seeing Dark Knights of Steel being the last one,
Mm.
because like that's the problem. I'm like,
Now you said
where
you
are
had
these things?
4 guesses. There's one more then?
No, those are 4. Deceased, DC versus Vampires, Injustice, and Dark Knights of Steel. Those are like the 4.
Wait, sorry. What was the first one?
Deceased. The
Oh,
the
DC.
the
Oh, sorry. It sounded to me like you were cutting out and saying just DC something. And sorry, I
No,
was sorry. Okay,
deceased.
that's fair.
Sorry,
Okay,
it's
sorry.
it's the terrible problem
Okay,
of.
so Deceased, DC versus Vampires, Injustice, and Dark Knights of Steel. Okay, interesting points all around. I like where your brain's at, especially given our guest. I knew that was going to be your guiding light on this guest. And I'll say in there you've gotten one right. If you were
Okay.
to hone in on one in particular, what do you think it is?
I want to hone in on Injustice because I feel like that might be Brian's cup of tea, but that's
All
hard.
right,
Like,
all right, you're locking it in, Injustice.
yeah, locking it in. Was that right?
All right, cool. Congratulations, you've gotten your first Elseworlds episode right.
It took
Congratulations.
so long. God damn it.
Yes, Injustice Year One. We're covering it next time. Also, your first Tom Taylor book. That'll be kind of
Yes,
fun.
yes.
Yeah. We'll talk about Injustice. It's that you know what Injustice is. I don't need to tell you what it is. It's Injustice. We'll
It's
talk about that
Injustice. It's
next
the
time on the
prequel
show.
to the video game, which I am aware of. Um,
Yes. Honestly, a comic that can be read completely separated from the context of the game, because the game is such a different beast entirely. But yeah, so we'll talk about that next time. And hey, there is also adaptive material. Not good adaptive material, but there is adaptive material.
oh
that we
yeah,
can
this is the film an
the,
adaptation of.
yeah. The film is an adaptation of Year One, but like for about 15 minutes before it diverts wildly, and does its own thing. So we'll talk about that next time, and we'll see what our friend Brian, first time his being on the podcast for him, has to say about it. So I guess that about does it. Let's get into some promotions. Jacob, what do you have going on in your life right now?
I mostly have my blog where I have been reviewing a bunch of things. I have been reviewing the Seventh Doctor Who magazine comics, which have been not good. Um, they've been not good. They've been largely uh, bad because of just this terrible mixed bag.
Mhm.
I have been reviewing some of L. Frank Baum's Wizard of Oz books. I recently did one on Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, the 4th book, which is this thematically kind of shallow, but an interesting sort of piece of children's fiction, because you can
Mm.
make some really interesting connections between like Lewis Carroll and C.S. Lewis through this book.
Okay.
And I've been reviewing Star Trek: The Next Generation, which at the time of this episode
Whoa.
coming out, I will have also just put out a review on the episode
Family.
Family.
Yeah,
Barely.
very cool. Very excited to hear your thoughts on that. Yeah, similarly, I'm also reviewing Star Trek: The Next Generation in video reviews with my brother. We, at the time that's coming out, have just put out our review on The Best of Both Worlds Part 2, starting season 4. All kinds of fun going on there. So also, if you go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Blood Studios, you can get our review for next week's review early for family if you go at the Ensign Lieutenant or Commander tiers. Also on Patreon, there is Fresh Face Extras. It's even more of the podcast you're listening to right now. It's we talked for a rock solid half hour before this one. This is a long recording session because of that. And we talked about writing. I talked a lot about writing. It was very cool. We talked about more Buffy the Vampire Slayer because that's just been what I've been doing lately. And actually some stuff before about this episode in particular. So yeah, lots of fun stuff there. Big conversation with that one. Also, there's bad movie commentaries over there for this month. We have Never Say Never Again coming up very soon. That'll be towards the end of the month. And I think, should we announce what May is? We'll give you that in the next episode.
The next episode.
Yeah. But also, what else? Oh God. Exclusive Star Trek commentaries. My brother and I are going through TOS again on a rewatch. So at the time it's coming out, our last one was A Taste of Armageddon, right? Yeah, Taste of Armageddon. And our next episode is This Side of Paradise. That'll be out next Monday. Also, additionally, there's a bonus episode of Fresh Face Comics coming out. For
Yes! Oh my gosh! How did I
we totally glossed over that. Yeah. That'll be out next Monday, in between this episode and our episode on Injustice next time. So Invincible Volume 2 with our good friend Joe, English Giraffe. Check that out when that is out. Otherwise, on the channel, there is R2BD. It's our Star Wars show. Very soon, me and my brother have our episode coming out on Battle Scars by Sam Maggs, continuing the Cal Kestis Jedi saga. And we're going to go into Survivor a little bit later. We are going to take a small break to cover Maul Shadow Lord and The Mandalorian and Grogu when those are finished. Well, Maul is currently coming out, but Mandalorian when that is out as well. So, what else? One shots, Fresh Face one shots. We already cover current comics coming out. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson, Wonder Woman by Tom King, Batman by Matt Fraction, The Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone. All kinds of fun shit over there. Check that out if you've got the time, I guess.
Yeah. It's also
Spider-Man, Superman, right?
Yeah,
comes out.
Or no, Superman, Spider-Man, and then we will be doing Spider-Man, Superman.
Yes, Superman, Spider-Man is already out. Spider-Man, Superman will be out in May, so check that out when it's out.
No, it's out.
Well, it's out this month. Odds are our video will be out in May. Yeah. So
when you're listening to this, the issue releases in 2 days, but we have to do it physically, so we've gotta.
We'll work around it. We'll
gotta work around that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Our socials are down below. Our link trees are there. You can follow us wherever you want to follow us. Be sure wherever you're listening to us on, be sure to follow, leave a rating, comment, subscribe, like, whatever you comment on. We will read out on Fresh Face Correspondence. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel, Blood Studios on YouTube. Any and all support there is also appreciated. Thank you all so much for listening. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan
and Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.